everybody. Welcome to the party. We're back. We're sorry we missed you last week, but there is a tragedy in the PWN community that we'll talk about later. So we're now coming back to you live.
Taking my hat off because somebody died.
I was just for a minute. I was like, "What are you doing?" And welcome back. We're just as ridiculous as ever. That's what we do. It was a good joke. That's why we're all like.
I put F's in chat and everything.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. First off, couple announcements. We want to shout out our sponsors, Devin Rue, the Mistress of Maps, Tabletop Loot, So Nerdwear, It's What the Nerds Wear, and Roll20. I almost forget Roll20.
Roll20, the invisible hand behind all of our games.
Yeah, like the thing that we use for everything. Okay.
Way to spell sponsoros, Jack.
Y'all, we're very good at this.
We're so good at this.
We got dice. We're gonna wrestle.
We're pros. We're total pros. And if you want to hang out with us in online space, because we're super pro, go check out the Discord. And if you want to sponsor Welcome to the Party and the content that we bring you, check out the Patreon. All right, let's go around and introduce ourselves. I'm going to start with our guest. We have a guest today, joining us. This is the beginning of several guests who will be joining us over different time spans over the next, is it 9 weeks we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 9.
9 weeks that we have left of the season. And so today I want to pass it off to Nerdy, who is joining us. And tell us who you are and who you're playing. And then we'll do just descriptions later.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. I also am running the Nerds with Dice channel. It's my little side project. You can catch a game over there every Monday. And hopefully soon my own wrestling game called Revolutionary Entertainment Alliance, which is hopefully going to be happening soon. But I'm playing Cat Meadows, who is actually an NPC over there. MPW, sorry. This game has its own language, but who's the hardcore champion over there. So it'll be fun. I'm excited.
All right. I have no idea what the overlay looks like, so I'm just going to go to Simon.
Sure, that's the next person.
If only you could go to a website somewhere, perhaps.
I'm not looking at it because it distracts me, remember?
No.
Twitch.tv/WelcomePartyRPG. Like, share, and subscribe.
I have it up. I just am not looking at it.
So in addition to internet trash, my name is Simon on Twitter at Lucha Libris. And I was playing the Luchadora Death Blossom. But unfortunately, she got her butt handed to her last time around. And the stipulations of the loser leaves town match is that the loser has to leave town. So she's on a bus somewhere going off.
She's on a bus. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's on a bus. Don't you ever forget.
She's going slow, Anne.
Exactly. Thank you for catching my reference. I appreciate you.
In her stead, I will be taking over one of our NPWs at PWN, which is great decision making. I'll be playing Iconique.
Yay!
Smurf.
Hi, everybody. I'm Smurf. You can find me on the internet at DSC Smurf. There's an underscore in between some of those letters. Today I'm playing Ron Searling, the Prince of Fab. He is the should-be champion of the PWN, but is not the champion and has not yet been the champion. But he should be the champion.
Oh, that's so good. Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage, and I will be playing the Cook, who is the actual reigning champion of PWN.
The AAA Mega Champion.
Who totally deserves it, and you should totally watch his cooking shows.
His cooking talk shows. And
talk
shows. And Fox.
Hey folks, I'm Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, and I am both last and least as Phoenix today. I know where I sit on the roster. I know what character I made.
The dunks.
And I'm Kate. I try to run the NPWs and keep these people on a storyline. It doesn't always work because I get distracted pretty often too. But I'm on me and Madera the Twitters. And are we ready, my friends, to get started?
I hope so, because I forgot to test whether or not the Roll20 audio was coming through clearly before I started the stream, so we're about to find out.
By the way,
We're live.
I don't know what's happening, so I did not prepare a thing.
Oh,
yeah,
do you
we
want to
don't have
wing
the
it?
card.
Or
But
do you...
I can wing it. Yes.
Well, we're doing a Regal Wrangle, but
Okay.
You're going to hear about it in the cold open. So,
Gotcha.
okay, yeah.
I'll vamp.
I figured you'd be fine doing that. You are Rory Cemetery, of course. I got it right for once, goddammit. Is the sound working?
I don't hear sound.
I don't hear it
anything.
either.
I don't.
Wait. Oh, I vaguely hear... Oh, you got The Office playing?
Yeah.
I think I vaguely hear something.
Yeah, it must be.
Oh,
like...
I hear. Oh, I hear now.
Yeah.
Yes.
There, I turned
it's
it
just... Yeah, it's just that The Office is very, very subtle.
It's very quiet. Okay, yes, sorry. There is a light up on Alistair sitting behind his desk. The same yellow light filters through the blinds, as always. Do we need to give Smurf a moment to like deal with vicious cat?
Why is your cat a terrorist?
Your cat is so mean. Okay. Okay.
He's got a little bow tie on.
Okay. Anyway, Alistair is sitting behind his desk, not leaned back, sitting forward, looking very serious, with Vampirus standing behind him. For those of you who don't remember Vampirus, all in black, long black nails, stiletto heels, pale face, red lip, stands like this. But she's not even doing that. She's just standing behind him with her arms like this. Well, you can't see. Like this. Not like that. That's a lot. It was like this. And Alistair leans forward. My friends, I am sorry to be the bearer of bad news. There has been a loss in the Pro Wrestling Network. After Death Blossom and Vampirus left last week, they were traveling in their bus on the way to wherever they were going. I don't know. I don't care about things like that.
Yo!
And there was an accident, resulting in the bus careening off a cliff. And this there's a brief like segment to a picture of this like bus just like half off this really high cliff. Like just a picture of it. The like bus has gone like it's like triple flipped down the hill and it's just like at the bottom of this cliff. And it's just real quick and it comes back. And we are sad to say that Death Blossom did not make it. So today, in honor of Death Blossom, I am bringing forward the new PWN Championship and putting it up on offer for a Regal Wrangle match in honor of Death Blossom. I think she would have wanted it this way. And then it's like this awkward pause. And then it just like fades out and into the credits because they're dicks. Yeah, it goes straight into.
There it is.
And it's like PWN presents. It's like, I'm not kidding. Slaughter!
Such bad taste.
I know, it's so bad. With the cook. And you get the cook wearing like his, belt. Looking like how you've been wearing it like over an apron, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the scene is like the cook flipping an egg in a pan, like just like, and he's in his apron with the belt on.
Yep.
Ron Steerling, who I just see the pictures you sitting there looking cool, but just curling, one arm curling. Yeah. The surgeon, and you get the surgeon literally just like sitting on top of the lockers in their actual pose where they're like the weird bird gargoyle on top of the lockers thing. You've got, and that's, remember, the surgeon is all in silver body paint. And then you've got the governor, who is sitting behind a desk. Who the fuck knows where this desk is? Just pretending to like talk to his secretary and tell her what he's doing. So he's like, and then you've got Vampirus. Huh?
I want the desk just being like a black void.
Yeah, it is. It's just a desk in the middle of nowhere. You've got Vampirus, and you just have Vampirus standing in a dark room holding a single red rose, and a tear just falls down her mask. You're welcome.
Perfect.
The Bull, this is giant, very much like Brock Lesnar sort of guy. You haven't seen much of him in this so far. He's like, and he's just standing in black. Like, there's nothing. He's just like this. He's so dumb. Diesel is like in the middle of some kind of oil field for some reason. And she's like in her full outfit. And she's just like hitting something with a sledgehammer for no reason whatsoever. But that's what's happening. Vince, Rocket Man King, who is sitting at a diner by himself, nursing his martini and watching people walk by. It's kind of sad. Iconic, what is Iconic doing?
Iconic, I think, is like surrounded by a group of adoring fans that are like swarming her as she's like getting out of a taxi or something like that, like a nice black cab,
like an Uber.
Yeah. 90s Uber.
90s Uber. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, she's dark skin, pink hair, green eyes, 5'7", like decently athletic. But she steps out of the cab and like a bunch of people swarm her, and she's just like big plastic grin bolted onto her face, and she's like scribbling her name and like throws a bunch of them behind her as she walks like into wherever she's going, like the ring.
And then Carmella Davis, and it's Carmella, who's standing in a mirror just looking at herself going, I am the best. Like this. You've got Ghost, who is there and then not there. You see like just a field, and then there's a ghillie suit on the field, and he just stands up, and it's Ghost. And Phoenix, I don't know, Phoenix, what are you doing? I'm gonna let you decide.
It's just her. It's just like walking in the hallway, and then like we see her kind of like from the side, and then she just sort of turns with this like, oh, I don't know, I'm being filmed, like a huh? And we just freeze on that.
And featuring special guest Kat Meadows. So what does Kat look like, and what is she doing?
So Kat Meadows, this is really fun. So she's got her clothes kind of look, they're like pastel, like blues, pinks, purples, but they also look like she got them decorated by Lisa Frank.
Oh God.
Like
this is perfect.
Unicorns and stuff. And then on the back, in the same kind of style, it says "Respect the chair." So like long clothes, like brunette curly hair, lots of eyeshadow, red knit lipstick, and she's probably playing with like some puppies.
I love that you're the hardcore champion of where you are and you're playing. This is the best thing I've ever heard. Like, I don't know how this is so good. All right, it's so good. And then it fades out onto the ring. I would say all 4 announcers are behind the desk. This is a special event.
Oh, geez.
And you guys can switch in and out. Oh, sorry. I'll give you time. Y'all can switch in and out whenever you want. But that's Are you good to wing it?
Oh,
Rory?
me on the overlay?
Oh, yeah.
No, Rory.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What's that?
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to PWN Presents Slaughter. We've had an unfortunate loss this week as Death Blossom perished in a fiery bus accident. But her death... But
Sorry.
Wow!
with her death has blossomed a new opportunity for the rest of the PWN Presents Slaughter roster. As tonight, they can win the PWN PNW Championship if they are able to win the Regal Wrangle.
Kimberly's holding the belt upside down.
Great job, Kimberly.
And it literally the belt is like this tree in the middle of it. It's a silver belt and it's got a tree in the middle of it, and the top of it is just PWN, and the bottom of it is PNW with this tree. And maybe a mountain behind it. Why not? That's very Pacific Northwest. Why not? I love that.
And Johnny's just gonna be blankly staring at the camera, emotionless the entire time.
Classic Johnny.
What do you think, Ramiro? Who do you think will take home the championship today?
Well, it's really anybody's guess out here at PWN. It's everybody's fired up and ready to go, which potentially could be in bad taste considering the demise of one of our recent wrestlers. However, I'm not going to backtrack because we are filming this live and we don't do second takes here on PWN. That's how real and how raw the slaughter is here in the ring right now. I don't think anybody could really predict. Most eyes will be on the Cook, considering he's defending his title belt. But it could be perhaps Ron coming back covered in his sweat and muscles from all of those arm curls that I've seen him been doing all week. But we've got a new champion from outside of our normal promotion, and frankly, I think that we could see some real upset from some outside influences, and perhaps a war of foreign aggression could be coming here tonight.
Wait, somebody died?
Miro stalls out for a second.
Indeed, Ramiro, most of what you said was correct, but I will say that the Cook is not defending his championship tonight. This is a new title that has been created. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that regardless of that, he's still defending a belt. and I think that ultimately, if he takes it, he'll be defending it no matter what. But there's really a lot of room for people to break out and start claiming some territory here. There's a lot of blood feuds that we've seen emerge in the last couple of weeks. And I think that tonight we're going to see a lot of people coming together and looking to make a name for themselves, especially some of perhaps the lesser known people that are clawing their way to the top of the ranks, hungry for blood and ready for the championship belt to become theirs.
Wait, the Cook died?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Johnny puts up a picture of the bus falling into his eventual doom off the cliff. To
the bus falling. It's not the bus at the bottom. It's the bus falling. How much more fake can we make this?
Oh, also, it's a totally different bus too.
Yeah, it's a completely.
Oh,
it's
God.
like it's pink and orange, and the other bus was like blue and purple. Whatever.
Oh yeah, Grapefruit Express, my favorite.
I would really appreciate if you all wouldn't mind explaining the Regal Wrangle, and
I know it involves getting on top of something.
The Regal Wrangle is a over-the-top rope competition that starts with 2 contestants. Slowly, one by one, additional contestants will be added to the match until finally there's one person left standing, and they will be crowned the PWN PNW champion.
Yes, I'm so sorry I'm that asshole, but it's funny.
I have to think about it every
I'm
time.
sorry. I do too. I did it to myself too.
Nobody believes
Just
you when
one
I say Kate's
question.
mean.
So I have the move tables, ladders, and chairs, oh my, which I can make part of the match stipulations at least hardcore, which would allow weapons. But it's up to you, Kate. You're the
There are no DQs in a Regal Wrangle match.
Unless the only DQ is when you go over the top rope and your feet touch the floor. Well,
Okay.
and you touch the floor. Because if we all know about someone whose initials are KK, it's a whole thing about
KK
how...
Slider?
No. Anyway, about how, although I am dying for that game. We know that someone named Kofi tends to never touch the ground, and that's how he cannot get eliminated immediately in the ring. So you never know. Be creative. So yes, you can feel free to use chairs, and that's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
It's probably if you already set up in the ring, maybe, or at least nearby.
Nearby,
Like
under
folding
the
tables
ring
leaning
for
against
sure.
the-
Some
yeah.
tables, yeah. That's all right.
Come out dragging like a pallet full of stuff.
Yeah,
And just
I mean
pull
that
it
is
into
how
the
we
ring
do
with you.
things here.
Yep.
All right. It moves off, and we get sent back to the locker room, where everybody is getting ready for the match. And you can just see that the locker room seems to be, well, some people are subdued, others are not. And Kat walks in with Vampirus. And they're having a hushed conversation. What is everybody else doing right now?
Ron is wearing all black clothing, and he is wearing really dark, oversized sunglasses. And he is in the corner by his locker, and he's doing curls very, very slowly. And you can tell that he's very deeply upset.
The cook is wearing a black chef's jacket, and it's actually buttoned up all the way this time.
Oh.
So it's actually kind of rippling through, like his muscles are kind of rippling through a little bit. He also has a black apron on, and it actually has a little skull on it. And he's actually making an omelet very, very passively, very calmly, not even looking at anyone. And he then puts it on a plate and he puts a rose on it.
Oh.
Phoenix is hanging out over by Death Blossom's old locker. She just looks really sad. Like legitimately sad.
I also need to make a comment for like 2 seconds that this is the first show where Phoenix has not started in the bathroom. That's it.
I mean, I could put her on a toilet if you
No,
think
no,
that's more
no,
fitting,
no.
but...
I don't. I think you buy. I'm just commenting on it. I like it.
Okay.
What is Iconique doing?
We haven't really seen a lot of Iconique.
Congratulations, you get to define her.
Yeah, I think she's got as opposed to like maybe a brighter colored singlet. It's a black lycra spandex deal, armbands, and I think she is primping a little bit. Like she's like doing her hair. She's like really getting into it. And then she looks down, like the camera pans down for a second. She's got like stacks and stacks of makeup next to her. But among those are like little accessories. And she sees in her little like hair clips, there's a couple of little flowers, and one of them is just like a black rose. And she stops and runs her finger over it, and then just like clips it into her, like stuffs it into her pink hair.
Vampirus says to Kat, I am so glad that you could be with us in this time. This is everyone.
Oh.
Phoenix, the cook. You've heard their names, right? Have you been watching? Kinda.
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, Iconic is over there. That's Ron. I want it to be known that Vampires is in a normal outfit, and so is Kat. Kat are both in their normal outfits. Everyone else is
If Kat's in her outfit, she's also carrying around a customized chair that says "Respect the chair."
I like it. I dig it. Yeah, totally. That's totally what's happening. Phoenix, the cook. That's Diesel. And then she'll go through all the names, and she goes, "Okay, people. This is sad, but is this how Death Blossom would want to be remembered? In all black?
Yeah, she was pretty morbid, actually.
Did you ever? Yeah, but did you ever see like the? Do you remember how she dressed people? And this is Vampires like out of kind of like breaking kayfabe a little bit, like, really, people? Did you even know her? Did you even know her?
No, she never took her mask off.
I mean, she was kind of a bitch to people.
Well, I mean, I think that's a little harsh, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's sad, but also, like, come on.
She was super mean to me. Except when she was really, really nice, it was really confusing.
Yeah, I never got that. Are you okay? Do you need help? Do you want to talk about it later, maybe?
This is the most you've ever spoken to me.
Listen, Vampirus, like, this is cool. Why don't you? Who's the new meat?
That's Kat Meadows. Are you serious? Have
Yeah.
you not seen her on?
I
Hi,
don't
big
do
fan.
the rough stuff.
Well, I mean, there's like a lot of skill and technique involved, and like you should see what she can do with a ladder. That's a chair that she's holding. I am very upset.
I can tell.
You'll have to excuse all of us. There's obviously a lot on all of our minds.
It should have been me.
Phoenix goes over and pats Ron on the back.
Iconic rushes over. Is like, "Oh, honey, no, it's okay. Shh, 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 shh." She gets a towel.
The cook puts down the omelet on, and then you realize that it wasn't the one omelet he's made. This is like the 50th omelet he's made with a rose on it.
It's like stacks of them, freezing cold omelets, making them
All over
deliciously
the
all
water.
day.
One.
The camera pans
Been there
around.
for a while now.
Camera pans around.
We don't have that kind of budget. It's more like the guy's like awkwardly trying to get a shot.
No, oh
around.
yeah.
Like
No.
just
Yeah,
throw
he's
away.
It's not steady, but we've decided there's no real steady
I
cam.
easily ate up 30% of the show's budget through the grocer's dozens of eggs that I ordered.
I can't believe you do this, jerk.
I'm sure
I
for like the shots where you're not doing it, they just get the egg in the carton,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just pour it in. Egg substitute.
Egg substitute, yeah.
Gross. Oh, anyway. So, but Vampires is like, and holds up a picture of Death Blossom. This is Death Blossom. Be more like her. I'll see you later, Kat. And she leaves.
So yeah.
I lean over to Iconic. So do I need to get a mask or?
No, you're fine, honey. Everything about you is great. I wouldn't change a thing.
Thank you.
She's kind of like, she's a weirdo, right? Like, am I wrong?
I mean, it's wrestling. People are.
Like, what's with the bat thing? Just be
Well-
yourself, honey.
Wait, is your name really Iconic?
I mean, not legally yet, but It could be.
Huh. Phoenix is lost in thought.
I'm changing her name to Phoenix. I want you to remind everybody what Death Blossom wore in the ring. I don't think it's necessary at the moment.
It was pretty extra. Death Blossom she was like 5'6", like decently built, but she didn't really use her physique. She was a luchadora, so she was more like a high flyer. So she had like a tank, like halter thing, and pants, and then like semi-heeled boots, like chunky kind of combat-y boots. A lot of like black, pink, and green as her color motifs. And also, as a luchadora, she had a mask which had like flowers and a skull pattern kind of embroidered onto it. And her whole gimmick is like, you know, death, but also like life and death, the celebration of the two, kind of living between. So mourning, Vampirus is not wrong that like, oh, sad, mopey is like, it's not quite her jam, but I don't think that cultural norm has translated to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
And it just kind of like awkwardly pauses on everyone in the locker room.
The cook's gonna try to hand off some of the omelets to everyone in the locker room.
Oh, thank you.
He hands you at least the fresh ones.
Oh god, I'm holding up my hands. Ah, it's really hot.
You're just holding an omelet with your hands.
I figured it was one of the cold ones, so just like,
Okay, but the plate isn't hot. Just the omelet is hot.
I thought it was one of the cold ones. I didn't know it was gonna be one of the fresh ones. Look, I'm really busted up right now. Thank you for the omelet. Oh god, they're really hot. Ah.
And then he hands you a plastic fork.
I can't afford that here. Are you kidding me?
That's what I figured.
You have to wash your silverware. You have to reusable silverware is necessary.
That's the thing. I figured we couldn't afford like flatware, so I was just like,
it's been used. It was left in the Walmart, and that's what you're using.
Oh.
Like the really bad, old, ugly.
Oh no, the sample ones.
Yeah, so they're all different.
Oh god. Thanks. I'll just go. I'll just go eat this, and I disappear into the bathroom.
Kat will take the omelet and just like set it down next to her, and then go back to polishing her chair.
And the cook kind of watches Kat polish the chair, and he kind of gives a mild grin and says, "I admire someone who enjoys their equipment." And then casually you see him caressing the cast iron pan that has been polished.
You're re-oiling it.
Yeah, I'm re-oiling it for like
Reseasoning.
Reseasoning.
Reseasoning. I gotta reseason this baby.
And the camera on the locker room fades out really badly, so it kind of like tilts to the side before it fades all the way out. And it comes up on a video montage of Death Blossom.
Oh.
So it's her music in the background. What is happening in this video? It's like a in memory of video. What does it look like?
So it's like the last 2 months of her stuff, and maybe like a few clips from like her previous another promotion, like some indie things. So I think it starts with like some old clips, like janky 8mm, somebody's home camcorder, of her like in where she's from, Boyle Heights in California. She's got like in somebody's warehouse, like diving off the top rope as everyone's like screaming like, "Oh my god!" And then she slams into somebody, and then it cuts to one of her entrances. So like she's standing at the edge of the ring, like smoke, cheap Halloween fog machine smoke comes out, and she's coming out holding one of those plastic dollar store skulls, and like a wreath of plastic flowers draped over her shoulder. She like crushes the skull under her boot, and then it's like shots of her like slugging someone up against the rope, and then climbing onto the turnbuckle, going for the elbow drop on top of them. Get a shot of her like from the back, like looking down at the ground, covered in like sweat, as one of the other like jobbers in the promotion is just like at her feet, and she slowly turns to face them, and then just puts her. The camera pans up to her face as she looks down, and her masked face like grimaces, and then clearly she's like slams her foot onto the stage, but we don't see, but it's implied like, oh my god, she cracked their back or something, she cracked their skull. And then there's like a shot of her and Vampires at the restaurant like talking. We get like a few shots of them in the ring, like circling each other, like she reaches for her and then like turns away, and then we get like a clip of the scene where she like unmasks Vampirus, but we don't see Vampirus unmasked. And then like some of the feud between like her and Ron, the team up with Phoenix, where they like do that synergized aerial move. I think the last thing that we see in that montage is like her like picking somebody up to do like a backbreaker. She does the backbreaker and like screams like rah, and then the last shot is her like slowly walking towards the bus with her bag slung over her shoulder. But it's done that with a shot where, you know, like they layer the same shot over time, but she's like got that ghostly trail of like she's here, and then they fade, like 90s grunge rock music.
I love
like,
it. I love it. Yeah.
Right, and then it's fade to black as she gets onto the bus,
And it just fades to black, and under it says Death Blossom, and then the years, I don't know what they are, or whatever the years are, and then in death do not go far from us, and this really cheesy script font that's like this
1970 it's a 1990
yeah. And then we open on Ron. Are you still in the locker room curling and crying?
I'm now in the weight room.
Okay, the weight room. All right.
Yeah, and I'll be curling. He very clearly put mascara on earlier today, and it's just streaking down his cheeks.
And you hear someone off camera say, "How are you feeling, Ron?"
Feel like shit.
Excuse you, like,
Like, yeah.
Avi, not Fab. I just wanted her gone. I didn't want her gone. She was a really good wrestler. And oh God, right arm. If I left, I wasn't gonna take the bus because of a fear of being around regular people. But she always didn't think that she was better than anyone else. So that's why she took the bus instead of a taxi like a rich person would. Oh God. I don't even know how she found a canyon to careen off of. She was always one for finding new and unique ways to accomplish tasks. She was such a special individual. She's gone forever. I think there's only one thing I can do to pay my respects. And that's to win the PWN, PNW, and PW championship tonight. I will become the champion. And the memory of her will bloom once again.
And then it cuts out there. I'm gonna need a moment.
Thank you,
The
sir.
memory of her will bloom once again.
Thank you.
The cook's gonna come in briefly to like just side camera, just hand Ron like a meat stick, a Jameson meat stick.
God damn it.
It's what she ate.
Were you in love with her this whole time? What the hell?
Best frenemies.
I can't tell.
You've seen wrestling. You know what feuds are.
Fair. You're fair.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
What is Iconic doing at this moment?
Well, there's that interview going on.
Yeah.
I think Iconic is like, she's getting hyped up. She's thinking about what Vampirus said, and she's like, should I just talk to her? I don't know. She's like pacing back and forth in the bathroom. God, but like she's so weird. I don't know if I can get through to her. I just don't know how to talk to people like that. God, what do I have? And she goes into her locker and she's looking around. She's like, there's like 10 singlets.
Yeah.
In different colors and styles and stuff. She's got like, there's like a whole like closet organizer. She's got like 3 different rows of things. Like, here's my shoes, here's my
I love it.
accessories. She's like flipping through. And finally she gets to one rack, and it's like bright pink. It's got like a crazy sequin pattern on it. And she like stops on that one. She's like, okay, we can make this work. So she goes and I think like we get a shot out of like seconds later where she comes out and she's changed. She's like completely different. It's like bright colors. She's got bright roses like in her hair. And she's got like, pulls on like a robe that's also kind of like bright and sparkly and has really like loud patterns on it. And she just comes out and I think looks around at everyone and is like, so Vampirus obviously was really close with Death Blossom, and I get it. I really get it. I really understand how serious this whole thing is to her. And I've been thinking, yeah, she's right, that we're really not doing Death Blossom a service by just being sad. So like you can look how you want, you can wear what you want, but I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do right by her. I am gonna make sure that wherever she is now, I'm gonna make Death Blossom proud. I'm gonna honor her legacy, even if nobody else wants to. I think she's trying to like cut a promo or work the audience.
I like it. Yeah. Roll that. I think cut a promo probably.
That feels like a promo to me.
Yeah. I think she's like a little framing it a little aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
The rest of you don't want to do it. Like, that's fine.
That's fine, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
But
if you want to be lesser people.
I'm gonna be the one that actually listens. So that's an 11.
You gain 1 momentum, and you can pick one.
I'm just gonna take another momentum.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's good.
What is Phoenix doing right now?
She's half of an omelet, with a third of it shoved in her face, and is over talking to Kat. So, wow, it was really amazing. Like, I saw, like, oh man, like that Indianapolis show where, like, you and, like, you know, Big Bubba Bomber, and like that thing you did with that kendo stick, like that was, like, wow. Like the stuff of legends, just like amazing. Like, why are you here? Like, I mean, you know, like it's a humble promotion, but I just feel like, you know, you're kind of slumming it with us, aren't you?
I used to know Death Blossom back in the day.
Oh,
Long time ago.
Oh, okay. So like, so like you're from Mexico, or?
No. We were in a indie promotion together.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wow, yeah, no, she told me. That's yeah, that's amazing. So awkward silence while she just like takes a big bite of the egg. I like your chair.
Thanks.
Listen, I'm sorry everyone's so weird. It's just that the dog got in here. Oh, hey, could you just get the... Oh my god, do we have security? Do we have...
That is Alistair's dog.
Oh, Jesus.
Buddy. It's a German Shepherd Pointer mix.
Sorry about that. Alistair is such... Okay, don't tell anyone I said this, but he's kind of an asshole. I mean, he lets his dog just like run around all over the place, and like he's not... Your dog's not supposed to be in the locker room. I shouldn't yell at the boss. Actually, I've never
bull
really...
pokes his head around the corner. Oh, sorry, I was walking him and he got off the leash. He
It's okay.
runs out. Come back, doggy. Come back.
I love it.
away.
That's the best thing ever.
Bull, you gotta... Bull's not
Thank
very
you for
bright.
that. That was so good.
But he's, you know, he's a nice guy.
It happens.
So, what you here tonight to take our take our belt away from us? Because that would be a real bummer. If you did, you're not part of the promotion.
I don't think I'm here to take the belt away, but we'll see what happens. I'm at least here to make it interesting.
Well, yeah, no, definitely. Like, yeah, especially like that time I saw you, and it was you against John the Johnny Johnson, and like, man, wow, like, holy crap, that thing you did with a ladder.
John the Johnny.
Amazing.
I didn't think anybody remembered that match.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not like I get up to Cincinnati very often, but you know, I trade a lot of tapes with people. You know, that's how I...
Everybody remembers your match with Triple J.
Okay. Anyway, what is the cook doing right now?
So
That was
the cook
funny,
is
right?
totally done cooking all those omelets. Totally done
Nice.
breaking some eggs. And he's gonna be probably actually he's gonna be in one of the storage rooms, and he's going to start gathering the equipment for tonight's championship. And he's kind of like probably talking to himself briefly. No one's really ever seen him really talk to himself that much, but he's talking
Well,
to
you
himself.
could
and
also
he's-
be talking to olive oil. Don't forget that you have.
Oh yeah,
olive
that's
oil.
true. So olive oil's there, so he's
Got
talking
it
to olive
on
oil
olive
briefly.
God damn it.
I always forget about olive oil, so I wrote a note. Don't forget olive oil on my notes. It's on my notes. It's like, don't forget. The cook has a manager named Olive Oil. For everyone to remind her, she's a very tall, thin woman with dark brown cropped hair. You're welcome. Anyways.
So he's seasoning all the cast irons, and you see there's like rows of cast iron just being in the storage room, and there's also the the little kitchenette that's used for the talk show, and also the fruit cannon from the previous episodes, and he's just like seasoning his cast iron pans. He looks over at Olive Oil. So, what's the likelihood of me getting that other promo if I win this match?
She pulls out a clipboard. Guarding by the statistics that I've been running for you, boss, I think that it's pretty highly likely that you'd be able to get where you want to be.
I see. Well, I better get seasoning tonight. It's going to be quite the show.
And she's like, yeah, you're pulling really well with the audience right now. They're thinking you're like the coolest and stuff. So like, I think that maybe if you continued in that vein, double championships would be the way to go.
I agree. It'll be excellent. I will finally achieve the ultimate coveted award.
A Michelin star?
He's only a humble cook. He wants to be the chef, but he can't
he
call
wants to be the
himself
chef,
that.
but he never went to cooking school.
My man of the greasy spoon.
And then you just hear all of the, yeah, boss. And like, she's just looking through notes.
Oh, and then he says, oh, and is that charity drive for those hungry children all set up?
Yeah, boss. Of course.
Excellent. We'll be promoting that tonight as well.
You sure you want to call it the Hungry Hippos Charity Drive?
Yes.
Okay, boss. Whatever you say.
Hell yeah, you do.
And we just cut to Cat. I'm assuming you're sitting there. How does Cat sit? Is there a specific way that Cat sits?
Well, I guess one, she never used the chair she carries around. She never actually sits on that.
Right.
Chair.
I'm assuming
It's
she's
always
still
sit like leaning
like
up
oiling the
against
chair. I'm assuming that's polishing the chair still. I'm assuming that's what.
Yeah.
Polishing the chair.
And I think each time she's sitting in a different position. And then so like this time when the camera cuts back to her, the chair's like laid across the bench in front of her, and she's just kind of like straddling the bench as she polishes the chair.
Welcome to PWN, where we just stick on one thing and just hammer it home forever.
Just hammer it till it goes through the drywall.
Yeah.
Into the next room.
Iconique is at her locker, and Kat is just continuing to polish this chair. Is it just silence as Iconique is getting ready? And Kat is because that's awesome. I just
Goodness. I want to let's get a little more FaceTime here before we get into the match. think iconic. She's like doled up, and she comes over and like leans against a locker where Kat's doing the chair polishing.
It is so polished and clean that's
It's
the
like
sound it makes.
gleaming, right?
Right?
She's like, so I'm sorry, we haven't been properly introduced. I'm iconic. I'm also kind of sorry for what I said about the heavy stuff. Like, honestly, everyone has their own thing. You clearly have your chair. Like, that's great. I love that you have like a cool like way to express yourself out there. You know, like I think a lot of people really respond to that. I've seen that here even. In this region, like people really are going for this kind of like in your face kind of stuff, you know. It's really edgy. That's cool. That's in. So like, what do you do when you're in there? Do you just like wail on people with that? Like, is that your thing? Like, the cook kind of does that with the pans and stuff. I don't know if you've seen.
I mean, yeah, usually, you know, the chair. I mean, they stopped scheduling me in regular matches because I never won one.
I bet.
Because I just hit them with the chair anyways. So,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, I mean, usually I'd hit somebody with a chair, you know, throw somebody through a table.
Wow.
At one time, that match that Phoenix was talking about, they threw somebody off a ladder.
Wow, from a ladder, huh?
Yeah, it's. I mean, not everybody can handle it. It's okay if you can't. You know,
Can't handle
okay.
it. No, it's a lot. Yeah, it's really extreme. Wow. And she leans back. She's like, so you're kind of like a badass, huh?
Yeah, some people say that.
Wow. That's super cool. Like, I think everyone just kind of has like this attitude. We're all just trying to be like the cool kids, right? It's like high school in here. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's just trying to be cool, and you got like the jocks and you've got the nerds, and like everyone's just like playing something. They're just playing characters. But like, you're the real deal, huh?
Are you breaking kayfabe right now?
Yeah.
I love it. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm so catching what you're like laying down right now.
She's not good at it.
No. And I just wanted, while Iconic is making this speech, you just get the pan up of the surgeon again, just sitting on top of the lockers in that weird pose that they do.
That's so good.
Like this. And then under their breath, it's like, and the weirdos. That's all you get.
Yes. So she got a 5 to break kayfabe.
Oh, funny.
It's like, but you're the real deal, right? You're like, you really are who you say you are. Wow.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the point, you know, like, not everybody is as technical, so I hit people with chairs. Crosses
great.
that gap a little bit.
Okay.
That's great. I love that for you.
I have noted your botch, and I will remember.
Kate will remember this.
Iconic, and like Phoenix comes like walking in. No, you have to understand. Kat's underselling it here, right? Because she's like basically a professional. Like, she is an absolute surgeon with this stuff. Like, anyway.
How long have you been there? Why do you do that? Who are you? Like, I know who you are, but like,
I'm
what
the
is this?
surgeon.
What is the surgeon? What does that have to do with anything?
Do you think you could hit them with a chair? I don't know if it can be done.
We'll see. We'll leave it for the ring.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Okay. It's, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry. You've obviously got a lot of polishing to do. I've wasted your time. We'll see you. She walks out.
Yeah, you say that, so then she gets up and she puts there's just a rack of chairs and she puts one back and pulls on another one and they're all custom chairs and she starts polishing them.
Just a
It's one of those chair racks that you can wheel out.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. This is the best.
This is gonna be the craziest match ever.
Yep. Welcome to the Regal Regal in honor of Death Blossom. Could it be anything else?
It's gonna be pans versus chairs tonight.
And then we light up on Ron in the weight room holding it Jemison's meat stick.
Jemison means it's what we.
And there's an awkwardly long hold on Ron, just sitting there crying, trying to eat a meat stick while he's crying.
Oh my god. I think I'm gonna pass out.
Okay, I think we all just need to take a moment.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
we're gonna need a moment.
Just a moment.
I feel like the
Moment for
promo
cleanse.
needs to put someone in there 100% organic raw.
Yeah. 100% organic.
Uncured.
Uncured. Beef. And then it just fades to black with this super awkward long commercial music continuing on. And then you hear people behind the scene and you just hear beeping like, the beep, are we supposed to be done with this? Beep, blah, 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 blah.
We can't use any of this.
None of it.
I have to ship it tomorrow.
Just beep and do it. God damn it. And
Fix
they
it in
beep out
post.
the
We'll fix it in
god.
post.
They don't beep
just
out
dub
the
him. I'll
damn
just dub
it.
him.
Yeah, just dub him.
I imagine that was the day that they all found out.
Yeah. Which was the day before.
Yeah.
It's been a week and a half, but Ron is still really struggling.
We all grieve in different ways.
Yeah, it's fine.
Some of us more so when there's cameras on.
You get a shot of Vampirus, who is in the room where Death Blossom always filmed her rose commercials. And in the room are like half of it is dead roses and half of it are live roses. And she's sitting there going, I suppose this is the way you would have wanted it. But I feel like you left too soon. And she pulls off one of the dead roses and just crushes it in her hand. Throws it to the ground and says, This will be your day. The day that everyone remembers who you were. And she starts gathering up all of the live and dead flowers and putting them in a bucket to take with her. And she looks back and says, I will not let it be forgotten. And slams the door behind her as she leaves. And we come up on the ring. All four announcers again are behind the table. Do of that what you will. This is an interesting challenge because all of you will be in this match at some point. So feel free to jump in and out of announcers as much as possible. That's up to you. But around the ring, you see all of these roses have been placed on tables and chairs around the ring in a somewhat garish display of dead and live flora. And there's some weird potted plants just hanging out around on all four corners for some reason. No one knows why. and you are getting ready for this match to start.
Those four announcers look at each other going, who wants to lead off here?
Well,
Are we live or... Anyway, I was thinking about getting lunch. Like, this is really taking a long time.
I will take the beef sandwich.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna get it for you, John.
Guys, we're announcing a match. The Regal Wrangle is coming up next.
Yes! Royalty! We're gonna have a King's match today. I wasn't... What?
Well, not a King's match, but somebody will be crowned PWN and PWN champion.
Yeah, the M&M champion.
That's right. Gathered here tonight are going to be some of the finest fighters in the PWN promotion, and they're going to destroy each other, just like I'm about to destroy this meatball parm, which I would like to have with a side of fries, please. Ramiro throws a menu at some poor intern behind him.
Yeah, the intern wearing just a staff shirt again.
There's a whole lot of bloodlust out here, and you can see that the waters have been already filled with chum as these sharks of wrestlers are circling each other and ready to tear each other apart, because as we all know, this is a slaughter.
That's right, Raul. That's right, Raul. That's the name of the promotion, Slaughter.
No, it's the name of the show.
Kimberly.
That's fine, Kimberly. Let's just move right along. Let's talk about who we think's gonna win tonight. Johnny,
Ron.
who you got winning this thing?
It's Ron. Johnny, just say Ron.
I have heard that there is an arsenal being prepared by our new guest, Cat Meadows. It looks promising. It also looks comfortable.
Yeah, Cat Meadows has certainly bought enough chairs for everybody ringside.
That's absolutely right. And she's going to be putting everyone out to pasture and hope that the grass is greener on the other side. But we really do think that Cat could be the X factor here, bringing some outside influence, both in terms of coming from outside the ring and also the massive arsenal of chairs. I don't think we can ever waste any of our time thinking that Phoenix is going to take this one. They're taking an absolute savage beating for the past few months.
Especially since she's starting it. You do know that. She's
Mother effer. That's right, coming in as number 1, baby.
Yeah, you are coming in as number 1, baby.
Yeah, Phoenix has not been great lately. She's been getting her ass kicked. She's really looking like a beat up enchilada at this point. 2, please, with red sauce.
Has she been good, like, ever? God, like, the only reason anybody even knows about her is because of Ron, who, by the way, is going to win. I don't know why we're even having this discussion.
Why do you think that Ron's going to win, Kimberly?
Have you seen his abs? Have you seen how they glisten?
It's true. Ron's musculature is an incredible sight that, frankly, I've heard a lot of people discuss the ability that they can, they're so hard they can cut diamonds. But regardless of the pressure of Ron's fabulous abs, I do think that he does bring a lot of rock-hard wrestling power into the ring that I think we'll all be excited to see, especially in light of recent events. We can all say that an emotionally vulnerable individual is sometimes the most tender and relatable. But also, regardless of my personal feelings on the matter, I'm interested to see how some of the lesser-known wrestlers will be able to climb their way through the ranks, bringing in their particular brands, whether that's Rocket Man, after having been slapped around by just about every single woman in the audience last few weeks ago, or if it's going to be Diesel coming back with a whole lot of vengeance. It's really anyone's guess.
And don't forget about the Bull. He's not going to be putting up with anyone's shit tonight.
Beep.
Oh, I don't think you can say shit. I think shit's one of the words that they told me that I'm not supposed to say. So if you say shit,
and it's like a little bit late of a beep. It's like a shit beep. It's like a little delayed.
So you can't say shit, Rory. Shit's off the list. No shit. No shitting. Don't say
That's right,
shit.
Kimberly. That's one of the 10 things you can't say on television. But by God, it sounds like Vampirus's music is coming in. That means she could be descending from the heavens at any second now. Her dark presence swarming into the ring. By God, here she comes.
It's again, everything goes black, the darkness, and there's a really bad fog machine, right? Comes up with the lit below, and you just the spotlight just comes up on Vampirus like this.
She's too spooky for me.
She certainly is majestic.
Mira grabs Johnny and
No,
shakes him.
spooky.
Jumping Jehoshaphat, that gets me every single time. I can't tell you how excited I am to see Vampirus emerging from the depths this way. Johnny, aren't you excited?
I am always excited. I am quite as excited as if it was in Dracula's wedding.
The fuck is that?
You gotta tell me about that sometime, Johnny. You're a lot more interesting than I think your demeanor lets on, frankly.
As Ramiro's shaking Johnny, we just hear like a plate crash, and Kimberly's like, "My helmet!"
And Vampirus makes her way to the ring, slowly flapping her bat wings this time. It's not like the normal. It's a slow energy as she sedately makes it to the ring and pulls a mic out. Friends, it works the first time. We are here today to honor the life of the beautiful flower, Death Blossom.
Show us your tits!
I should have fucking known that was coming. She stops for a second. I know. We made Show Us Your Tits guy a thing, and now he just shows up.
The fucking mouthful of seltzer.
PWN, nerdy. I'm so sorry. This is what.
Welcome to PWN, folks. We have fun here.
We do have fun here.
Jesus
finest.
Christ.
She just gets quiet for a minute and looks. What was his name again? Fucking
You
get
know
my
what?
name.
I don't want him to have one.
I think we named
He
him
had a name.
Julian or something.
It was like a G or a
Robert.
J.
It
Jerry.
was
Jerry.
something
Oh,
like-
it's Jerry.
Jerry.
She has
It was something
Jerry.
like that. I don't know.
You shut the fuck up, Jerry.
Aw, bless her.
Anyway, like I was saying, today we honor the beautiful flower herself, Death Blossom, with a regal wrangle, the way she would have wanted us to honor her, with passion and drive and strength and finesse. I will be ringside, helping our wonderful announce team as we go forward with this amazing event in honor of the beauty that was Death Blossom. And you just get, like, it's Death Blossom's music starts, and there's this beautiful giant video on the, it's not a big screen, but we have a screen. On the screen, playing of Death Blossom entering the ring. And there's just like shots of her looking really badass and cool and all of these things. And she just watches it while it happens. And then she turns and looks at the audience with kind of a death stare. Remember her! And throws the mic at the bottom of the ring. And goes to take her place next to the announcers.
Oh, no, don't sit next to me. Ew.
Sits unbearably close to Kimberly.
Oh, gee, God. Ew.
Kimberly.
Yeah. Ew.
Rory.
Good to see you. If you want to order some food, there's a menu right over here.
Oh, thank you. Ramiro.
Vampirus, it's truly an honor to be sharing the ringside with you, to have your expertise in this matter as one of the announcers. Welcome aboard.
Ew, no, it isn't. Ew.
Sits even closer to Kimberly.
Ah!
Do you have a problem,
Wait, you're like a
Kimberly?
weird gross vampire. Ew. Get off. Get off. What is wrong with you? Ew. God, ew. That's it. I'm out of here. No, I'm not announcing this match. Goodbye. This is, you know what? I had a stipulation. I was supposed to be the only woman here, and now you've got her showing up and flashing her tits around because the guy on the crowd out there. No, that's it. I'm out of here. Kimberly gets up and storms out.
Kimberly's the fucking worst.
She sucks.
I love
She
her.
sucks so
I love
much.
her.
I love her and I hate her all at the same time. It's great.
Also, Phoenix has to come out first, so I figured I'd just get her
I
out of
know.
the way
It's
for a minute.
totally fine. You're fine. And the music plays loudly of the promotion. This is the first ever Regal Wrangle for the PWN Championship. Who will reign supreme? Yes, I got that backwards on purpose. I thought it was funny. It's that weird announcer, and he's like, "Who will reign supreme? Will it be a newcomer? Who knows? Stay tuned and find out next." And it hold on, and it's got a we're on video, not that one, of this, and Phoenix is in the bathroom like normal, with a protein plus bar.
Oh God, I wasn't ready. I was so not ready. Well, when you're mourning the tragic automotive death of one of your close personal friends, you don't always have time to fix proper meals for yourself or watch after your own personal nutritional needs. And you start really thinking, you know, like, wow, like, what have you been doing with your life? Like we only have so much time, you know, and like any of us can go any day, and you're just kind of sitting there and you drink too much and you kind of get lost in thought, and you know you're supposed to be taking care of yourself, but it's like, hey, maybe I just need some me time, you know, to like really like recover from everything that's been going on, and you really start to get some perspective on all of the people that have really been working against you. Like, honestly, even though you have been working hard for like 10 years at this promotion, trying to get stuff done, and they just keep telling you, like, no, just wait for your turn, like, it's coming, oh, don't worry, but not really, because everyone thinks you're like a sick joke, and like, you're not a joke, you're a person, just like Death Blossom was a person, and she had a life, and now it's over, and I'm not eating right because of it! So when you're in those kinds of situations, Protein Plus, it's a thing you can eat.
These taste like chalk!
It's just Rob in the back. And we are going to go to break with that depressing moment.
Apparently Phoenix is in a place.
It's so good.
It's like
I
a
love
cover
it.
of Institutionalized.
Yeah. We're gonna head to break. We'll be
All I
back
wanted was a
shortly.
Pepsi.
Only one was pussy. Maybe you needed a Snickers.
We can't afford those.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. We can't afford that on our budget. We're gonna head to break. We will be back shortly, about 10 minutes probably. And then we will be heading into the Regal Wrangle. Woo! I want to shout out our sponsors, sponsor Roll20, who we run all of the music through for this game, and it's pretty much how I can manage all the entrances and exits and the scene changes and everything that we do. So we really appreciate them. Check out, we have 4 super VIP, awesome, amazing patrons. I'm going to say a big thank you to Dawn, to Capjack, to Michelle, and of course to the amazing and fantastic Nerdy Teddy, who might be appearing on this stream today.
What?
Who knew? So we'll see you back
She's right there.
after the break.
She's right there. Bye.
Us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a Tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or Tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
everybody, welcome back. We are ready to get going on this next part of our stream today. So far, everybody's been talking about the loss of Death Blossom, and now we're getting into the match, the actual Regal Wrangle. I hope everybody is ready for some wrestling. It's
Wrestle.
good.
It's when you put your hands on the
Wrestle
people,
tassel.
they fall down.
And it is time to get this thing started. So, let us go. I can find things on my screen.
Speaking in a sing-song manner, it is really fun. Yeah, and Phoenix goes running down the entranceway, down, holding up her hands to high five nobody. Nobody cares. And she slides underneath the bottom rope and gets into the middle of the ring and is like, "Woo, yeah, we're gonna wrestle real good, but it's also kind of somber, but woo!"
And then we hear the music for Diesel.
Yep.
You're needlessly cruel, Kate.
It's fun. Come on.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
And
Are you kidding me?
Diesel stands there, this large woman that she is, looks at everybody with her black outfit, flames up the sides, her long black gray dreads all the way down to her waist, and slowly makes her way to the ring. She looks at you.
Phoenix just, like, looks back and just like, nah, no. You. All right. It starts making like the come on hand gestures, like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
And then it says, the rules of the match are simple. If you go out over the top rope and hit the ground, you are disqualified or out. This person has no idea what the fuck they're talking about, and so they're just like making it up as they go along. This is how it goes. Until you are disqualified by going over the top rope and hitting the ground, then you are still in the match. Was that right? Was that right? How that work?
No,
Oh, okay. At any rate, let's get this thing started.
And there's the bell call, folks. We are underway.
Let us hope Phoenix does not become steamrolled.
Phoenix, you are in control of the match.
Okay, remind me again. So we took a break. My brain farted. The ring is full of stuff.
The apron is full of stuff.
The apron's full of stuff. Okay. I remember potted plants.
There's potted plants in all four corners toward the audience. There's flowers on chairs and tables all around the ring.
Okay. Excellent. I think to open up, we like Phoenix just like immediately runs at Diesel, and it's like initially it's just a lot of like, you know, grabbing by the hair and then just like trading like punches to the face, and you know Phoenix is kind of like going and starts to get the upper hand, and Diesel's just like boom, kick in the chest and like keels her over. And as Phoenix like starts to turn from being kicked in the chest, Diesel just like plants her boot in her ass and just boom, like just knocks her to the like pancakes on the ground. Is like rolling her, like rolls her over onto her back with the boot, and grabs her like to go throw, like starts dragging Phoenix to the ropes. And so this is where I need to look at the move for. So we're gonna be using wrestling, or is there a different move for the Regal Wrangle?
No, you use the Regal Wrangle move in the Wrangle.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
on
Jesus.
the page, the
Right.
more stipulations page.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. So I'm looking at the results you get from it. It's a little weirder.
So I think you pick what you roll, and then if you're doing a power move or a work move or whatever, and then you'll do that. But these are the results for it rather than the actual normal match rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whenever the player makes the wrestling move, replace the normal result with this one. Oh, okay. So yeah. So I think she's just like immediately. It's like no. You don't get to be in this match, Phoenix, and like goes to kind of try and like almost like hip toss me over the rope, and yeah, is that plus work, I guess?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So I will roll plus work. Do. 8 plus 2 is 10. I get 10. Let's see. Retain control of the match. Pick one. I'm gonna choose to gain 2 momentum because I do not have much momentum.
I like that.
And so like as like she starts to throw me over, I just sort of like grab the top rope and do like a skin the cat kind of thing, and come back around and like boot her back into the center of the ring.
She staggers a little bit.
When do we get new people?
Well, I would have thought that Diesel would have the power to slam Phoenix into the ground, but there's a surprising reversal as she flips around, and look at that. There she goes flying. Phoenix might actually have a snowball's chance in hell on this one.
It looks like this chicken has learned how to fly.
I think Phoenix, like, when she comes back through the ropes, goes over to Diesel and, like, grabs her, like, by the legs or whatever, and, like, picks her up and starts, like, spinning her around to kind of do, like, a hammer throw. And it's just, like, around and around and around and, poof, like, lets her fly.
Is this power or work?
That feels more like power to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels like me dropping my dice on the floor. Amazing. It's not a good way to roll them, folks. That's a bad way to roll them.
Vampire says, and you all know that if anyone was Death Blossom's friend here, it was Phoenix. And I'm really pulling for her in this match. I think that she's got what it takes to take it to the end.
Well, from what I've seen, it doesn't really seem like Death Blossom ever had any friends.
So I rolled a 6. I'm going to burn one of my momentum to get that up to a 7. That's why we took the momentum. What do I get on a 7 and 9? Let's see. Retain control of the match and pick the next entrant, or you need to work with someone to throw the opponent over the top rope, and they take control of the match. Yeah, I want to bring in another entrant.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Who are you bringing in?
Let me look at our roster, which yay past me for writing down who all is in the thing.
I can also put it in the chat for y'all.
That would also be useful.
I want to bring in olive oil. No. Let's bring in the bull. We've barely seen this dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. That's the roster of today. Except I left Death Blossom there because I'm an idiot. Don't mind me.
That's fine. She's there in spirit.
Yeah.
Figuratively. Hey.
All right.
Music starts and this giant of a man walks out. He's got like what looks like 3 necks, but it's just one. You're welcome. That's the best way I can
What value?
describe him.
3 necks and 1?
That's a steal.
On down to Discount Neck Warehouse.
Giant shoulders, tiny head, surprisingly. Don't know why. Can't imagine. Really, like, just completely muscular, giant. And he just walks out. He's in a set of black briefs, and he just walks out and like lumbers out. Slowly making
Up in Jehoshaphat, would you look at the size of the bull? Here he comes, storming his way in. He doesn't even have to run in because his reputation already precedes him. Everybody already knows what it is. And here he is, taking his sweet time to come in, lumbering along like a giant ox. There he goes, just a real slab, a brick outhouse of a man.
Outhouse.
Outhouse?
He is most certainly USDA Prime.
Oh my god. Why is Johnny making so many food references? Is he related
The
to the
cook's
cook?
like slipping him hundos under the table
Yeah.
occasionally.
It's just like, you just see in the distance. You just see like literally like another plate, another sandwich comes in. There's like a note card, and it's like literally food puns. Just like and it says, "Please read."
Build my brand for me, please.
This doesn't look good for Phoenix. Two monsters, actual monsters in the ring with her right now.
Would you look at the size of his necks?
Are you sure it's not shoulders?
And I think he comes.
You know what I mean when I'm saying he has like 3 necks in one. Right? Okay, just making sure. Okay.
I mean, he's a 3-headed giant. He's got his 2 little friends with him, and they're gonna
Starts
wrestle
with 60
too.
life.
Yeah.
That could have been fun, actually. Damn it, I should have done that. Oh well.
You can share his decks with 2 other players.
I appreciate you, Simon. So much.
Someone has to.
We all do.
Yeah, I think he comes into the ring, and I think it's like trying to swing Diesel. My dude just like does the stance and then like spears Phoenix, just like boom, like knocking her like letting her victim fly, but like not quite as Phoenix had intended.
Yep.
So Diesel goes rolling, and like Phoenix like slams into the ground, and like as he's like standing up, he's like grabs Phoenix by the waist and like goes up, and then just does like this massive like knee drop on her, and she just like plumps over to the ground like, oh my tailbone. As Bull sort of stands victorious in the middle of the ring for the moment. What do you want me to roll on that one?
Are you showcasing your gimmick? Because you're just letting them beat the crap out of you?
I think
Possibly,
you are.
yeah. I think so.
you are.
That's kind of how I feel about it too. So when you what do you roll? Plus look. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's a 6.
Save the momentum. You have what? 1 moment? How much momentum do you have?
I have 2 momentum left.
Okay.
I'll put you over
Oh,
as
okay.
Ramiro.
Sweet.
For funsies.
Okay.
The Bull lumbers into the ring, and Chop interrupts the toss. Phoenix Diesel goes flying. Really unbelievable show of power from Phoenix. But here he comes and picks Phoenix up and just snaps her like a twig. By God, he's got her pinned down, but probably not for long. I don't know if there's any way that Phoenix is ever gonna. No, by God, she's tapping in. She's keeping going. There's no way that she's gonna be able to come back. But every time I put Phoenix in a corner, she really proves that I shouldn't ever be doing that. Just like everybody else in this audience, we should never underestimate Phoenix's ability to rise from the ashes.
And Becca's like, yes, I agree, Ramiro. I think Phoenix gets a bad rap here, and she's way more talented than some of these hacks and has-beens.
That puts me to 7 and 9. I'm going to choose to retain control and pick the next entrant. I want Kat to come in next.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. What does Kat's entrance look like?
So the rack of chairs precedes her into the stadium, and she pushes it ahead of her, so like rolls down towards the mat, and she will like stop on her way in and autograph for a couple people, maybe pose for a picture or something. Is there like a kid, like specifically a kid wearing like one of her shirts?
Sure.
Because she also has her belt, so she'll stop and hand the belt to the kid and just be like, "Look after this for me for a little bit."
And the kid, it's a little girl, and she's like, so excited.
And then she'll walk down towards the ring. She'll jump up, and just before she goes through the rope, she'll make sure to grab a chair and bring it in with her.
Yeah, and
All right, let's see. So, actually, I kind of want to cede control voluntarily to Cat at that point. Like, I want to.
I like it.
Someone else roll some dice for a
Friends,
little bit.
I don't know if you've seen Cat in action before, but I and Death Blossom used to wrestle with her back in the day, and I can tell you she is a formidable and exciting opponent.
I saw one of her matches on my Friendster page, and poor Triple J just got obliterated by a couple chair shots.
That's right. The reputation of Cat Meadows really precedes her, and we'll see a real truck of pain being driven right in here into the ring. There's going to be a lot of broken bones and shattered hearts and dreams.
But certainly excellently well maintained chairs.
My God, would you look at the polish on that?
So I think about it. I'm wondering if I can basically set Diesel up so that the bull like charges Diesel. And,
Sure. What do you want to do? How do you want to do this? What do you think is cool?
I mean, he's called the Bull, and
Yeah.
we've already
so,
established
like-
in the fiction that he loves to spear things, like somebody who perhaps exists. I don't know who.
I can't imagine.
Some
who
guy,
exists that's
probably,
like that.
maybe. I don't know.
maybe
Pre-neck.
just by like
Old pre-neck.
taunting Diesel to get Diesel to like start coming towards me, and then I'll hit the bull with the chair to get him to turn around and then want to like roll out of the way so he spears Diesel.
Is this
instead.
using your gimmick or?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause it's
I
not
think
really-
roll plus look then. I think I like it. Yeah.
Like the chair is so central to Cat. Like
Right.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like anytime that chair gets involved.
Is always going to be a plus look. Yeah.
That is a 8.
Okay. So this could be you working with someone else to throw the opponent over the top. That would work if that's the way you want to go. Or you can retain control of the match and pick the next entrant.
I think working with get the bull to throw Diesel over the
Yeah,
top. It's just
So Kat does this whole little like taunting of Diesel, and Diesel's like, "I'll get you." She like starts running at Kat, and Kat just ducks out of the way and like makes it appear as though and like kind of taps the bull on the back with the chair, and he turns around just at the moment as Diesel comes flying at him, like straight into him, and he just gets angry, like flips her up. I gotta remember the names of these moves. I always forget them when I need them. It's like does a
Gorilla
suplex.
press.
No, a
suplex.
suplex.
Okay.
And then another suplex. And then another suplex. And then picks her up above his head and just tosses her out over the top rope, and she goes to the bottom and is like laying on the ground.
She went to Suplex Town.
Yep. Suplex.
And there goes the signature move, the bull ride.
3 back-to-back beautiful German suplexes by the bull.
Cat went in with a chair, right? There's just a bash, right?
yeah.
So I think a couple of like hardcore fans are in the front with T-shirts, and they start chanting "Respect the chair."
I love it.
Respect the chair.
I love it. Yeah.
Respect the chair.
Ramirez like, oh, it sounds like there's at least a few Cat fans in the audience. Hopefully, we'll see if the rest of the audience can be sworn over, but really showcasing some of that signature attitude. And there goes Diesel.
Out of the ring. Out of the ring. You know, I'm surprised. I thought Diesel would have lasted longer. I thought she had more staying power.
Well, you know what they say. You never know whether or not you're at a running on empty, and looks like she's gonna have to go refuel for a few minutes.
I love it. And
I think
then-
as Diesel's leaving, Phoenix just like she kind of like is slowly getting up. She kind of like notices like waves by as she
and
goes.
the bull just gets up and just goes toward Phoenix to grab her and just try to toss her out of the ring. but she manages to recover because she's cool like that. So yeah, the bull like picks Phoenix up and tries to suplex her, and she flips out of it, and he gets
just
frustrated.
Like and then onto the back.
Yeah,
Like
and
back
then
onto my feet.
so he tries to do it again, and she flips out of it again, and he's just getting really frustrated, and it's just like trying to do it, and then he tries to like finally gets her up above his head as though he's gonna toss her out, and that's the moment that he just gets hit across the middle with Kat's chair. It's like whack, straight to the middle.
That's a good time.
Yeah. And he goes falling to the ground. Phoenix falls on top of him, and Kat is standing there with a chair. And I'm going to cede control back to Kat, and I'm going to bring in the surgeon.
And there goes the first chair check.
That's right. We're really seeing things heat up here in the ring. And speaking of heat, it looks like the burn unit's been paged because the surgeon is about to come into the ring.
And the surgeon comes out full silver body paint. The gargoyle thing that they always do. I don't know why. And they're like this. And then they just walk to the ring. And then they come in and they're like, and they go straight for Kat. I'm ceding control. Yes, control ceded to Kat. So what are you doing with this?
So are they're just running into the ring and then running right for me?
Yeah. They're trying to take your chair away.
Oh no, not that.
It's kind of the worst thing that could happen.
That's just rude, but I think Kat will actually, like, as a distraction, like, when they run up and grab for the chair, we'll let them have the chair and then, I don't know, go for, like, a suplex or something, or throw them towards Phoenix. So something like that. Like, yeah, just, like, we'll let them have the chair as a distraction and then go for some move that maybe a suplex. I guess a suplex would probably make sense.
Or it could be like they start to go for the chair, you just like toss it to them, and they're like, "Oh, I have it now," and you like punch them through the chair.
No, that's good. Oh,
that is good.
And
that is
then
really
grab
good.
them and like
That's good,
suplex
yeah.
them. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I think we're still gonna use the chair gimmick because why not? It's good. It's a roll plus luck.
Just bashes him in the face with your chair. With them.
That's an 11.
Oh yeah, okay.
Surgeon.
You are still in control. You can gain 2 momentum. You can throw an opponent over the top rope and gain heat with them, or you can pick the next entrant and gain a heat with them.
I am going to gain 2 momentum.
Okay.
And then 1 heat with the surgeon.
Oh no, you only pick 1.
Oh.
You retain control and you pick 1.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, you're fine. The wrong rule set.
Yep.
We are in the wrangle, folks.
The wrangle is everything is different. What are you doing next?
I think the next move would just be to try to work to throw the surgeon out of the ring.
Okay.
I don't know if Phoenix wants to try to like interrupt that or anything, but
Oh no, like Phoenix would like totally, because like he's like a huge dude, so it's like like.
So
I suppose the bull is in there too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So right now we've got the bull, the surgeon, Phoenix, and Kat.
Yeah, at present.
I guess maybe just well, she'll take her chair back from the surgeon and she'll just leave him on the ground, and then I think she's gonna try to get the biggest guy.
So she just goes for the bull with the chair. I like it.
Yeah, probably goes low, goes for the legs with the chair.
Nice.
on the biggest guy.
I like it.
Bigger they are.
Roll plus luck.
That is a 5.
Okay. He reverses it on you, and you go. So, you're going at him with the chair to take him down, and he notices, and just like grabs the chair out of your hand, and you're still holding onto it as he picks it up.
Legs kicking.
Yeah,
Just
like he's hanging, and he says, and starts taking, and by the chair, just flings you at the ground, back and forth, and takes you to pick you up over his head, just like with Diesel, and toss you out of the ring.
I will spend the moment or the momentum to stay in the ring for
Okay.
now.
Yeah. So he doesn't quite get it. He stumbles a little bit and tends to drop you. And he's like, grabs the chair and just starts thrashing around the entire ring with the chair, going after everybody in it, trying to hit Cat, Phoenix, whoever. He's a bull and he's enraged.
Holy hell, the bull's on a rampage, and it's looking more intense in there than a bunch of rattlesnakes greased up in an engine fire. It's everything's shattering, and the bull's got the chair smashing into every single thing. There's just an absolute indiscriminate destruction of everything in the ring right now. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to survive this one, but certainly not making for a boring day of wrestling here in beautiful Vancouver.
There certainly is a bull in the china shop, so to speak.
Yes, either that or this has turned into a 3-ring rodeo.
Okay. As he's thrashing around, he attempts to grab Phoenix and toss her out after suplexing her like 4 times. And thank you so much for the raid. We are in the middle of the Regal Wrangle. Sleepiest, thank you so much for the raid. We're in the middle of the Regal Wrangle where things are happening and people are trying to stay in the ring. That's what's going on.
Yeah, sorry, that came in right as I believe you said that Phoenix was going out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn a momentum.
Okay.
In order to stay in, like I think like yeah, like he's throwing me around, and then yeah, like as he's like picking me up and going for like and this time it's over the top rope. She just does like kind of a back kick. Essentially into like a stunner. She just like grabs him and just drops him to the floor, and then kind of slowly gets back up to her feet, just like, not yet. Shakes her little finger at him like.
And Control's gonna cede to Phoenix.
I think at that point, because Cat kind of got tossed around a little bit too, so I think let's see. Yeah, she's gonna go after Surgeon, I think, actually. Who, like, I imagine at some point, like, during this kerfuffle, has just, like, gotten up onto the turnbuckle and is doing the gargoyle thing. And she's just gonna get up there and she's just gonna, like, drop kick the turnbuckle to try and knock them off and out of the ring. Just
I like it.
So I'm not sure. Is that work or power? What do you think?
It feels like power, because you're not like...
Yeah.
It's not like a technical thing.
Right, it's kind of just brute force, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like,
so,
get out of here.
Get it. Go on, get it. Go on, get it. Go on out here.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. That's an 11.
Woo!
What do you get on a 10 plus? Do. Retain control of the match. Pick one.
Throwing them over the top rope.
Yeah, they're gone.
I like it.
Bye. I'm gonna throw them over the top rope and gain +1 heat with them, so they are
like it.
outie. And I gotta note that I've got +1 heat with Surgeon. Bye.
No, honestly, I thought the Surgeon would last longer, but I guess I was wrong.
He's a little too weird for his own good.
Vampire, someday you'll have to explain whether or not the surgeon has any connections to otherworldly forces. It's really not quite clear what their whole deal is, but they've certainly got an iconic look, that's for sure. But it looks like after removing Diesel from the equation, there was still plenty of ambient fuel left around that Phoenix was able to channel. She's all gassed up and clearly ready to burn.
I have it on good authority that the surgeon is a distant relative of Dustin Rhodes.
Second cousin twice removed.
Fascinating.
Removed by going over the top rope?
But by God, now it's too. Where's Kimberly? Somebody get Kimberly, because here comes Ron Steerling, the Prince of Fab, ready to enter the Regal Wrangle right here, right now.
Ron.
And this is
Ron's
the kind
here.
of action you're only going to see on PWN.
I'm back. Where's Ron? I see him. Hi, Ron.
Ron comes out and he's got a black towel that's over his head, and he's walking with his head down, and he looks very just like beelining it straight to the ring with a pretty fast walk. He gets to the ring and he stands there and he looks at the cart full of chairs and he just starts throwing them one by one into the ring until all of the chairs are in the ring. And then takes off the towel that's over his head and slides in the ring and grabs one of the chairs, unfolds it and sits down.
Okay, interesting, because I was totally going to cede control to Ron. But if you would rather sit and watch for a minute, I can keep going.
The Prince of Fab is here and he's ready to wrangle, but no, he's just going to take a sit. All right.
It looks like Ron has established his throne.
I think Phoenix is kind of like motioning, like I think while Phoenix was taking care of the surgeon, Kat's just been like beating the ever-loving shit out of the bowl.
I love it.
Like the chair's bent at this point, like just nonstop.
He keeps trying to get up and just keeps falling to the
Just
mat
boom.
after every hit.
And I think Phoenix kind of like signals over to Kat, like, hey, like between the two of us, we could probably like with very exaggerated hand motions, like you, me, this guy, over. And like Phoenix goes to like grab his legs, and like Kat like kind of sits him one more time with the chair, and then like grabs his wrists, and like the two of them are like dragging him over this massive mountain of a man. Just like, oh god, this guy weighs a ton, and are trying to do like the old heave ho out of the ring.
Yeah.
Over the top rope.
I love it.
That is almost certainly plus power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
There's no finesse to that. It's the most brutish I think Phoenix has ever been, actually.
I like it.
So I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I'd love to put you over, but I've already burned that.
I can put you over.
Oh, I want to hear how this
Yeah.
happens. Go on, Johnny.
Miro's too busy. He's stress eating fries.
So Johnny is actually just like is actually been sketching the entire time, and no one's really paid much attention to it because he's been very quiet. And he is actually just like he turns it over, and it's actually like an action poster of Phoenix literally like doing like a whole Phoenix pose, bursting in flames, and like literally like trying to triumph over anything. And also there's a mountain of corpses.
Oh Jesus. Okay,
it's actually really nicely done comic art, and you see the very nice like Johnny Wong signature right there on it.
Oh my god, Johnny's in the wrong business.
He knows.
He's just doing this to pay bills. He's like actually a penciler for Marvel.
Yeah. He just low key.
I love
really
it. That's
loves
where you went. Actually, a penciler from Marvel.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
All right, that puts me at 7 to
yeah.
9. They need to work with you need to work with someone to throw an opponent over the top rope, and they gain control of the match, which is absolutely what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cede control to Kat, and the bull's going up, out, and over.
Yeah, so you and Kat managed to hoist this giant three-necked man up over the top rope, and he goes flying. And how do you celebrate him getting out of the ring together? I think that you would do something to celebrate him as he goes flying.
I think I go for a high five, and Kat beans me in the face with a chair.
I love it. Yes.
Yes. and there goes another chair check.
Sweet tap dancing Christ, they've managed to do it, and this is the only time you want to see a bull outside the ring. There he goes, flying, and here comes the moment of celebration where Phoenix is going to perhaps reconcile with, no, it's a chair check.
Yep. Oh, and now the art is sitting on a little stand, and it actually now there's text going underneath that says it's now available in the merch shop.
The only chair I'm looking at is the one that Ron's got his butt planted in. Hi, Ron.
And out coming to the ring is a man in a full tuxedo, holding a martini.
Well, Phoenix is down for the count, but it doesn't look like it looks like someone else is ready to come in and strut his stuff. Here comes Vince Rocket Man King with his signature martini, his signature tuxedo, and his signature sleaze. It's incredible to see him showing his face in public again after the incredible humiliation he experienced not long ago here at PWN. But it looks like he's ready to try and redeem himself for the PNW PWN Championship.
My favorite is that he keeps trying to kiss women and they just keep slugging him as he gets close to them.
Jesus.
Or slapping him or whatever. They're just not having any of it. And he's like,
and
oh.
Johnny's just commenting on each one. It's like, oh, that was a good right hook.
Like, he's not going to get away with this crap anymore. He's like, nah, good. Moving on.
Can we put him in a tuxedo match with somebody else?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I think it's funny. And he gets to the street, pulls off his tuxedo, because it's tearaway tux.
Of course.
And he's wearing the tux t-shirt with the yeah, you're welcome. And he just runs into the ring and goes for Kat. What does Kat do?
I think Kat's been standing on not the top turnbuckle, but just the second one, trying to taunt Ron Sterling into getting in the ring, and when he runs at her, she just does a flying clothesline with the chair.
Roll. I think it's a chair, so we're always gonna roll plus your gimmick. This is what Kat is. I like it.
It is. The chair
good stuff.
Respect.
Unfortunately, that is a 6.
Respect
the chair. Yeah, exactly.
The chair.
Unfortunately, that is a 6.
Oh, well.
I'll put you over because I haven't done that yet. Turn it into a 7 and 9. By God, every time I see it, it never gets old. Cat Meadows is here and out for blood, and there's the chair shot again, and it's just an incredible display of power. You wouldn't expect it to see someone like this with this kind of aesthetic bringing such bloodshed, but I think that's what really makes Cat stand out from the rest of the pack.
I agree. It is some display of chair artistry.
So
this is a wrestling match. Why does she even have chairs?
Ron has a chair, so it's okay.
This is a wrestling match. Why does she even have chairs? Because Kat does what she wants, Rory. Like a true hero.
True heroes do what they want? What?
Vampires is not a face. I just want to remind you.
I'll retain control of the match, and I think it's time for Iconique to get in there.
That's good. That was my next choice anyway.
Oh. This is the first time we've ever seen her in the ring?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I tossed you one that you've never seen.
That's great. So the yellow and purple, pink and purple and blue strobes flash, and Iconic comes out and does a straight up catwalk, strutting down,
I like it.
all shoulders and all hips. Comes down she knows she's good. She knows she's hot shit. She does a spin halfway around with her arms up, she's grooving. She's feeling it.
interns are taking photos, like snap photos of the whole thing.
Oh yeah. She like maybe has a disposable camera, flips it around, tries to take one of like a really janky 90s selfie with a couple of fans, snaps it, tosses them the camera. Like, I'll pay for that to be developed. She's got the bright colored robe that she like flings off to the side, like maybe towards the announcer's desk. She's wearing the bright pink singlet
right into Johnny's face.
She's got the roses in her hair, and she grabs a mic as she's climbing into the ring. She gets in. She's like, "I'm gonna show everybody what some real wrestling looks like, but before we get started, I do need everyone to remember that car safety is a really serious issue in this country, and that you should always be wearing your seatbelts because drive and never drive distracted, okay? Because we're all here to celebrate the life of somebody really important, and if we all took a few moments to be really mindful of what's going on in our lives and what's really important, then we wouldn't have these kinds of tragedies, okay? Thanks." And she throws the mic away.
Are you standing up for something you believe in right now, or are you? I don't know which one you're doing. Are you doing?
Like it's like either work the audience.
Okay, whatever you're going with this is, go for it. I just didn't. I'm trying to figure out what you're laying down here because that was.
I'm just rolling with it.
I like it.
I like it. It
happens if I stand up for something I believe in.
You spend 2 momentum and then pick one of the babyface moves, which is gain a heat, leave your opponent speechless, make creative, book you in a match, or add a stipulation to a match.
Or you can work the audience. That's fine too.
Yeah, she'll work the audience for that. Because she's trying to get people on her side.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Where's my Roll20 tab? That's plus audience, which I think is 0 right now. Oh no, it's 1.
Yeah, I believe most playbooks start at 1.
Yep.
I'm unique in that I start with 0.
She'll spend a momentum to make that a 10.
Nice. And what is she doing with it?
Okay. She just gets 2 momentum, so she gains 1 back. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. How does Kat? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
How does Kat react to this? Because Kat is still in control.
Yeah. So Kat's gonna take her chair, and she's going to open it up, and she's going to set it down, and she's going to gesture for Iconique to take to sit down and relax. And
okay, she goes right over. She's like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." Struts over, like, does a very prim and proper sit.
And then Kat will pick up Rocket Man King and then do like a fireman's carry throw into Iconic while she's sitting in the chair.
Love it so much. Roll that. This could be work for you. This could be look. I don't think it's power, but yeah, it could be look or work, whichever you prefer.
I'm rolling really bad, unfortunately.
Oh no.
And that is a 5.
Okay, a 5. Have I put you over?
No, you haven't put any. No, you put
Phoenix over, but hasn't put over Kat.
Okay, so I'll put Kat over, and Johnny's just gonna be completely his face is still covered from Iconique's jacket. He's just gonna keep talking, and you hear like, "Yes, you should totally be worried about car safety, but I believe firmly that indeed that is the best way to treat someone nicely with a chair."
Johnny.
He can't see. He's just assuming it's like, "Oh, you guys are talking about Kat putting a chair down. Oh, that's so nice."
Everybody's sitting down. It's really weird, but it's kind of nice. Everybody's being very nice today. Oh, it was a trick.
It was a trick. And then I guess I'll take you need to work with someone else to throw an opponent over the top rope, and then so like maybe if he he bounces up and our Cat comes over and clotheslines him over the top rope.
I also like the idea of Iconique being kind of prepared for this.
That's
and
possible.
Like being ready to stand up right when you toss. Don't you think? When you toss.
Oh, like so yeah like tosses Vince towards her, right? and she goes and does what is it? It's like an arm gear or something. You wrap your arm around while in midair, and she like uses the momentum to like carry him into a slam, so that when he's doozy, then they can like pick him up and then
toss him.
I love that. That's great. That's it.
And
I love
Vince
that.
just goes over the top rope and crumples to the ground and kind of lays there for a minute. And the women are just laughing at him and jeering at him, like, get a life, dude.
Yeah, Iconique dusts herself off, and she's like, does the eyes to the women in the front row that are like jeering at him.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
I know.
Yeah, and then the control goes to Iconique.
Cool. So we got Kat, we got Phoenix.
You got Ron sitting on the sidelines just
Ron.
watching.
Chair.
So she just looks over at Ron like, what are you doing? Can you come on? All right. She shrugs. Jeez. She's gonna go and I think actually she's gonna say like, oh, thank you so much, thank you, I really needed the help, and like pull Kat over for like a handshake or something, and then as Kat gets close, she scoops up the chair that was just set out and uses it to shove Kat backwards, and then try and just put her in a pen.
Oh, Iconic is seeming to be going for some more teamwork with the caddy. That seems to be really working out. Oh, it's another trick. Everybody's tricking everybody today.
Welcome to wrestling, Kimberly. That's how this works.
Oh, ew, you're still here. Ew.
And Johnny still has the cape over his face.
Hey, where'd Johnny go?
I'm right here.
So I think she's gonna try and showcase her gimmick because she's like,
Okay.
Go, can we? Yeah, like we can be friends. It's fine. No, thwomp, and then bam, shoves her, and then while she's on the ground, like trying to pin her, she knows that she's got to get her out of the ring anyway. But she just wants to soften her up. So she's pinned. She's like, that wasn't very nice. You should really be on your better behavior. Like, I know I'm hosting you right now, but
I'd like to think that meanwhile, Phoenix is just exacerbatedly staring at Ron with her arms folded.
it's like an 8. And I'm gonna say retain control of the match and pick the next entrant.
Okay. Who do you want to come out next?
Let's bring out the cook.
All right.
All right.
It's about time.
All right. And
Music.
this music, it's so good.
It's really good.
I always forget.
Yep. So the cook comes out. He has his chef's jacket over his shoulders. He has his, black shorts with the crisscrossing frying pans, and then his black boots with the fork and spoon on it. And he's actually double wielding his cast iron pans. And you see you see 2 interns carrying out this large rolling tray full of cast iron pans, which it's got to weigh ungodly amounts. And you see them all struggling to push and pull the cart out. And he's just like walking casually to the ring, and he just kind of looks over everything. He looks at the crowd. He's like he's basically trying to enjoy the moment. And he kind of asked for one of the announcers to come by with the mic. And he leans in and says, "Today, we're honoring someone. And as well, we are also going to be championing for not having hungry kids. So make sure today..."
What?
So make sure at today, for every fry pan purchase, you help feed a hungry child.
Oh.
We're so shady, and I love it. $1 out of every order goes to feed a hungry child. Ah!
Oh,
Yes.
good gravy.
Man.
Good.
So good.
And then the cook's gonna come in. Who has? I think who has control?
I have control right now.
Yeah.
Kind of currently has control.
So he comes in, and then what do you want to do?
He's probably going to actually. He's actually going to probably get into the ring, and he's going to actually get ready to face against the madness of chair to pan combat.
Does he bring a chair in with him? Oh no, he has got his pan.
He's got the pan.
I got my pans, but he can carry 2 frying pans.
Well, and I just want to remind you that behind you is olive oil in your wake, pushing the cart of implements that you could use at any given moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's also the ever so lovely vegetable shooter from
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
previous food fight episode. So it looks like you can tell that the cook is coming out for war.
I like it.
So I think on seeing the cook come in, Iconic just like grabs Kat from the back of the head and just slams her into the mat. Gets up, dusts her hands off, and walks just casually back towards Phoenix, and is like, "What do you want to? What do you want to do here? Do you want to just like hang out?"
No, something's up with Ron. I don't know what this nonsense is, but he's being disrespectful to my friend. So I said we'll kick his ass.
She's like, "I'll talk to him." So she walks over. She just storms over to Ron.
Phoenix looks around confused, like looking at the audience.
And Iconic like gets real close into his face. I have an idea of what I think I want to have happen, but I fully expect the dice not to work this way. So she like gets real close, and like I think close enough that maybe the announcers' microphones can pick this up. They're like that's at that side of the arena.
Oh yeah.
It's like, listen, we are here tonight to do a show. We have to fight. We have to put on a good show. These people are here for entertainment, and what you are doing right now is super not cool because people are expecting to see chairs and flips and throws and everything, and you're just sitting here like a sad sack. What are you even doing here? Like, if you're just not gonna fight, then just tap out. So she's breaking kayfabe.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the background, we just like clang, clang.
Yeah. Chair, pan.
Chair, pan.
Pew.
Chair pan.
A sword fight, like ting
defending-
ting 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 ting
Yeah.
ting ting.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm dual wielding Phoenix. It's just like trying to just defend and deflect.
She's just trying to get out of the way of all this metal flying around.
What'd you roll?
You got a 4.
I think vampires would put you over.
Okay, to make it a 7
To
and
make it
9.
a 7 to 9. She. I don't understand what's with Ron. You know what? I don't always see eye to eye with Iconic. She's a little too happy for me. But in this case, she's right. Ron's being a giant tool. He needs to get over himself.
You. Like Kimberly just starts like slap fighting at.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
Vampires just puts Kimberly in a chokehold.
Ron is perfect. Ron is great. Ron's
You need to be quiet, little girl, right
is a-
now.
He is a bronze god.
Donnie's just
So
like still underneath the cloak and just like looking like what's going on.
he still hasn't taken it off.
we can see his head turning, but he hasn't taken it off.
No.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna take the 2 momentum, and I think she loses someone's support backstage. I don't know if you get to make that call or not.
I do, unless you have someone you really want to have.
I mean, I think it's Ron, but
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay. How does Ron respond?
He just picks his head up and looks at her and goes, "Darkness comes for us all," and then just hits her with just a straight uppercut across her jaw.
Yes.
So good.
Sure, you can.
I got a 7. So I'm gonna like hit her with an uppercut and then just start striking her as I stand up out of the chair, just pushing her all the way back into one of the other, like the opposite corner of where we were.
I like it. And you're now in the ring.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Ron control.
I like it. As this happens, as Kat and the cook are just going at each other with frying pan and chair, Iconic is getting beat across the ring by Ron Steerling. What is Phoenix doing? Just so I have an idea.
As soon as I think she sees that Ron's finally up on his feet and like making a show of it, she's I kind of almost want to grab the microphone, but I don't know if this is an appropriate time to do it. Is the thing.
Probably, I mean, do what you want.
Yeah, like I think.
Okay,
like,
so as Phoenix goes to, because I have a thing and I think it'll be funnier like this. As Phoenix goes to grab the microphone to talk, the lights go dark, goes completely black, and it's like a couple of seconds, and then the lights go back on, and there is Ghost in the middle of the ring in their ghillie suit, standing there, looking straight at Phoenix. The mic.
Kimberly, who is still in a chokehold, goes, "Ah!"
And Johnny's just like, what? Did someone come out? Was it a ghost?
It's an actual ghost! Holy cow! Johnny, I don't know if you're psychic or not, but clearly this cheat has given you some kind of magical powers.
Okay,
I seem
Kimber-
to see clearly now.
Phoenix, what are you saying?
Yeah, like I think for the first time ever, because she picked up the working microphone that Vampirus dropped earlier, she like starts to talk. It's like and then the lights cut. It's like what? Boom, and they come back up. Oh, for crying out loud! All right, this whole thing is supposed to be in the honor of Death Blossom. This is a joke. None of you people knew her like I did. None of you people. Well, okay, hang on. There's one person. Hi, her. But other than her, out there at the announcer table, and I'm the only person who gives a damn about what's happening in the ring right now. You're all just chasing some belt. This is for our friend.
And then what are you doing?
And I am attempting to work the audience.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring them over. So, since I took a new move, Sympathetic, I believe I roll... I don't roll plus... What do I roll now? Let's see. You roll plus work instead of plus audience when you work
Oh my
the
god,
audience.
that's perfect.
And then you drop your dice again, which is very in character for you. So... Yes, that is a, like, hot 13.
Oh.
So, I'm gonna gain 2 momentum.
And as you say that, Ghost just comes at you and like spears you, and the mic goes flying. The audience is like cheers, and it was like, Death Blossom for Death Blossom, and then you just get.
Actually, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I like turn around like, yeah, for Death Blossom, and like as soon as I take my eyes off Ghost, they're just like.
Okay, Ron, what's happening? You're in control of this match.
I would like to Irish whip Iconic back across the ring, and then go and kind of use that as a distraction to try and throw Ghost out of the ring.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's probably work, I think. Right?
Yeah.
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 I got a 10.
Okay, yeah. So
Easy come, easy ghost.
narrate this. How does it look?
So
I like it.
I whip Iconique across the other side, and I see that Ghost has just speared Phoenix, and I just march over. I grab Ghost by his throat and like lift him up, and I look directly in his eyes.
Them. Sorry.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
you're
Them.
fine.
I use that. I look them in their eyes. They say, "You shouldn't have done that," and I'm just gonna heave him with one arm. Heave them
Nice.
over the.
As they just
Yeah.
go, over
Yeah.
the. That's so good. And fall. I thought Ghost would have lasted a little bit longer, but I guess that's the.
She didn't stand a
Listen,
ghost of a chance.
You need to stop talking.
Okay.
Oh, it was really good. No, wait, hang on. Loosen the grip. Phoenix got material. Or Kimberly's got material.
Vampires don't loosen the grip.
Falls to the floor.
Where's the surgeon?
We need a surgeon. What is
Doctor of the
happening?
house.
What is happening in the ring, Ron?
And then where did the rules page go?
In the rule book.
I love to think that this whole time, just the cook and Cat have been trading blows with the
Yeah, no, it's my favorite
chairs
thing
and frying
ever.
pans and chairs.
It's like literally like watching a sword match, and it's literally
Yeah.
just the most epic thing ever.
Oh,
It's the
absolutely.
Princess Bride duel back and forth.
And then I will walk over to Phoenix and will offer my hand to shake her hand.
I
Oh,
think
Ron,
like,
I know what's gonna happen.
I think if she like looks up at it, she swats it away.
Ooh.
Gets up on her own 2 feet and just does like a you and me. This is what it comes to kind of motion. This is what it was always supposed to be.
Ron will nod, will turn and look at the cook, and then will roll his eyes up into the back of his head so you just see the whites.
Oh God.
And then and then we'll just run at the cook for an elbow strike.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Something's come over Ron.
Oh shit! I rolled 2 6s.
Oh.
Okay, you roll double 6s. I decided, because it's fun, I'm going to give you 2 things on the 10 plus retain control of the match because I like it. Why not? Anybody rolls double 6s, you can take 2.
Okay.
For me.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 2 momentum
Okay.
as I hit the cook across the face. And who was the cook fighting before?
Cat.
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 Mhm.
And then I will grab the cat's chair. We'll toss it at her so that she catches it, and then we'll do like a spinning kick in her face.
Oh, I love it.
And then I'll pick the next entrant to come in, and the next entrant shall be Carmela Davis.
Yes, that's the one I was going to say. I love you the best. Carmela comes in and she's kind of like that boppy, like young, happy, not very cool. If you've ever seen Bailey, think Bailey. Like socially awkward, just like hugging people as she comes down. Everyone's my friend, and she's got that one fan in the front who's like all about her, and she's like, and she runs out into the ring. And you just see Vampirus shudder a little bit, like, ugh.
What's going on? Did Ron win yet?
As soon as she enters, I would like to move to attack her to try and eliminate her.
I love it. Great. Do the thing.
I get a 9.
What are you taking?
I work I work with somebody else. Let's say Kat, and
Okay.
eliminate Carmella Davis
What is
immediately.
this? She jumps straight into the ring. She goes under the bottom rope, slides into the ring, pops up.
She stands up. Kat tosses another chair directly at her. Carmella Davis instinctually catches it, and then we both drop kick her over the top rope.
Oh, it's beautiful, and she just goes flying out.
There's a lot of people
Here
catching
comes
chairs.
Carmella Davis, and there goes Carmella Davis.
You always have to have that one that comes right in and gets immediately eliminated. It's like, boom.
Every time like a chair gets bent or something, there's always a shot of Kat like reaching over to grab another one off the
Reload.
Reload.
And then here comes the last entrant to the match. If the governor, followed by his secretary, and just slowly walks in his cowboy boots and three-piece suit. It's no surprise, it's no surprise that the governor is last. He likes to line the pockets of Alistair to get what he wants.
That's right. The white collar has to stick together, but he's strutting his way in and ready to deliver a few executive orders to several people's faces.
I didn't vote for him. I don't think I voted.
And here comes discount John Bradford Layfield. Seeing he.
That's what he is. Totally what he is. Discount JBL. Not as good looking either. He shrugs off his jacket and hands it to his secretary, who all of you just know as Secretary, and slides into the ring. What's going on, Ron? You got control of this whole shindig.
Oh shit!
Everybody's in.
Yeah.
Everyone else is in now.
A fill-in.
You know who's in. Do I need to remind you who all is in right now?
Yeah, throw that in. Throw that in the Discord.
Okay.
So it should be, by my math, Ron, the governor,
the cook, Iconic,
Iconic,
Phoenix, and Cat
Phoenix,
Meadows.
Cat.
Yep.
Yeah. So you only have one NPW in there with y'all.
Okay, so I turn and I just point to the cook, and then I look at everybody else, and then I make a title belt gesture, and then I charge the cook.
Oh, I like it.
Oof.
Does everyone else join in?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
just a swarm.
Just everyone, even the
Actually,
governor, everyone just swarms the cook. Yeah.
Actually, Phoenix
man.
doesn't because she turns around to go up a turnbuckle and jumps at him.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
it.
nice.
So good.
That's what Death Blossom would have wanted.
Yep.
So I got a 6.
Oh, Vampire
Kimberly
Slayer.
pops up.
Oh yeah, no,
She's-
Kimberly. Like Kimberly.
Ron's just murdering everybody. I think he's going after the cook. Yes, he doesn't want something about his apron. I don't know what Ron's angry about, but he's sure is super angry about it. And wow, look at him go. Look at him glisten.
So I imagine we all just like run and grab the cook and just start to hoist him up over the ropes, like all 5 of us.
I love it.
And then Phoenix just jumps off the top rope from the turnbuckle and just like gets that final little push of effort to knock the cook out.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And the
Awesome.
cook.
Like a
Are
flying
you gonna spend your momentum, or are you just gonna let it happen? It's
I'll
up to
spend a
you.
momentum to stay in the ring just a little bit longer.
Okay. As the cook goes over the rope and manages to hold on with his feet still on the ring.
Yeah.
What an incredible display of teamwork from everybody here, despite needing to, only one person can leave. But there he is. The cook grabs on and manages to lash on. Just an incredible tenacity from the cook here. He's coming back in, and he's coming in hot.
All right.
And Ron is still in control? Or
okay.
yeah.
Do I still get to rank?
Oh no.
No.
Cook is in control of the match. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Well, hang on. Which one did you? Because you.
Oh,
You worked
everybody.
with someone to throw the opponent. Yeah. So basically, you need to pick
I'm
someone
gonna
else.
put
from the
Phoenix.
group.
I'm gonna make Phoenix because Phoenix got the last shot.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and Ron
Yeah.
chose that. So yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
I think, yeah, it was like a flying drop kick is what she did kind of coming in and like to hit him. So she sort of hits the ground and like as she's on the ground, she just kind of like looks up and just like scrambles to grab whoever she can and like gets Iconique by the boot and just sort of like pulls her down to the ground and yeah, like rolls that like up into like a like a leg lock, just like, you know, pulling on her leg, just kind of like soften her up a little bit, and just kind of like leans down and I don't know if the cameras can pick it up, but she's like, sorry about this, and then like lets her go just long enough to sort of like grab her and then try to like grab her by like the back of her wearing a singlet, I think, and like just like run with her to the ropes to try and like toss her up over the ropes on it. Into the cook or not? No, because she'd be going the other direction, away from this whole mass. Oh, okay. So it'd have to be like back the other direction, towards the announcer table, probably. And what is happening with the rest of? Right. Sorry, you're in control of the whole match. I gotta know. Yes. No. It's Ron, Kat, and the cook. I believe it's all that's left at that point. And the governor. Oh, the governor. I think like as the cook like kind of comes back in, I think like Olive Oil, like, because he's just outside, he's kind of on the apron, and he's like pulling himself back in, and Olive Oil just sort of surreptitiously is like, here's your pan, and Cook's like, great. Boom, like right on the governor's like just right on top of his head as he's coming back. He goes up over the rope and brings that down onto him. As a fight breaks out between the secretary and Olive Oil at this moment.
That's so good.
Right down on the outside of the ring.
Oh yes.
And I think Kat he kind of stumbles away, but Kat and Ron are still just trying to work to get the cook out of the ring. Like, it's like, no, you don't get to. You hit that guy with the pan. That was great, but no, stay out. I know it's a lot of work. Sorry, it's a lot. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just trying to keep it all straight in my head. All right, so. For mine, what the, is that work? That feels like work. Work, or you could. That's like work. Well, you don't really have heat with, so work. Yeah. 6, oh Jesus, 9 plus 2, brain, help me. 11. That's 11. That's an 11. Damn. Retain control of the match, pick one. Yeah, I'm gonna toss Iconique out of this ring. So you gain a heat with Iconique. And gain a heat with Iconique. This is great. What does Iconique do? Does she let it happen, or? I think she's gonna spend a momentum because we're at the tail end here. Yeah. So keep it interesting. She spends the momentum. So she's about to go over, and she like whips around, like maybe does like an over grip on like headlock, like that as she's about to go over. Okay. Yeah. And uses it to like spin around so that Phoenix is against the ropes, and she shoves Phoenix against the ropes, and she's. As she's shoving her against the rope, she goes like, "We're on the same team." It's what shit? What's this thing called? It's a regal angle. She shoves back. So I think while the rest of, are you ceding control to Iconic, or are you? No, I don't need. Technically, I still have control. Yeah, that's fine. Although, I kind of want to cede it to Kat, since like, yeah, we still got like a whole like kerfuffle going on over there. So, what's going on? So you and Ron, and the governor's just passed out on the ground, are going after the cook, who is still on the apron. Yes. But he's got one. But he's got one pan in his hand.
Just one.
Just one. Use the other pan for anchoring.
So I think what Kat does is like as they're both trying to like push the cook out, Kat's just going to stop, turn to Ron, and like drop down, and then just like single leg try to lift him up over the top rope. Into the cook? Yes. I love it. That's a power move? Yeah, I think that's a power. Feels like trying to muscle. I remember. I know my power is not great, but I gotta make sure. Yeah, okay. 6. Yeah, 6.
I want to put you over, but I don't know how that works with Kimberly because she loves Ron so very, very much.
I don't.
Oh, and there goes Cat lifting Ron up. Oh, it's such a good view. Oh, yeah, higher, please. Higher, Cat, higher, higher. That's how she puts you
I
over.
love that.
Okay, so you can choose to put someone else over the top rope, but you can only choose one of them.
Yeah. And I think what's going to happen is that I work with the cook to get Ron out.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So the cook sees that happening, and he's gonna just give a little bit extra of allow for the pivot to happen, so Ron can get tossed over.
I would like to use momentum to stay in,
Okay.
but I would like to do it in an unorthodox way.
I like it. Are you gonna not go over? Are you gonna?
I am going to jump onto a pile of olive oil and the secretary so that my feet don't touch the ground.
The ground. I love it. You don't touch the ground. Yes. I'm so glad someone's doing a Kofi. It makes me so happy.
And there it is.
So good.
Oh,
So you are outside of the ring. They don't notice that you are still in play, I think is a good way to do it. I like
Yeah.
it. Kat, what's happening now?
That I believe that then it goes
Oh
to
no,
cook.
that goes to the cook. Yeah, because you were working.
Okay.
Control.
All right. So the cook gets up, sees Cat, and he kind of looks down, like takes a quick glance at at Ron on the ground, just in that little mosh pit there, and just kind of raise an eyebrow and nods for Cat to pick back up a chair so they can go back to where.
There's like sword.
Yeah, this is a duel of the weapon users.
What are Iconic and Phoenix doing?
Iconic and Phoenix. So I feel that. So Iconic almost got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
So I think at that point, right? So Iconic's gonna get back into the ropes, and I feel that what's gonna most likely happen is, Iconic is gonna actually grab Phoenix by the hair and throw Phoenix into the direction of the governor who's trying to get back up still.
I like it.
And see if maybe if necessary, might have to put a little bit of extra effort to get rid of the governor here. So let's find out what happens here. All right, so I rolled double 5s, so that's a 10.
I'm sorry you don't get to pick 2, but you can still pick 1.
It's fine. Oh, I guess I should have said which stat I'm using. I guess I'm using work, right?
That's yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so work. So that's 12. All right. Anyways, so we're gonna go with Yeah, I feel like I feel like so. What's gonna happen was we're gonna have throw an opponent over the top. So what it's gonna be is we're gonna get the governor out of here, and so we're gonna have Iconic like just basically throw Phoenix to kind of disorient the governor for a brief second before basically coming in with a below the legs to just slam him down, and then the both of them pick up the governor to slide him off of underneath the rope.
Over. It's gotta be over.
Over.
Gotta be
Sorry.
over.
Yeah.
Sorry, over. So it's just like lift up like a sack of meat and just like and then just loom over.
He just goes falling down next to the pile of bodies, but not on top of it.
Yep. And then Ron can get back up.
Ron can step onto him to get to the ring.
You got another bridge.
If he wants, it's a bridge. It's a bridge body.
Get a bridge body there. So who gets the heat?
You are gonna get heat with the governor.
Okay, I'm gonna get heat with the governor. All right.
Because you make that decision, so you're going to get the heat. However, we choose to do that.
It's a little awkward, but you should be rewarded.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so I still retain control of the match. So
Mhm.
okay, so Ron's gonna get back in the. I feel like Ron's gonna get back in the ring using the nice governor bridge that's been established. Just like step on governor's head, step on his butt, step on his legs, and just like climb back in.
I've been trying to get Ron to do that for months.
Kimberly.
Yeah, I know. Iconic is probably not too pleased about that slight betrayal.
It's fine.
I feel that so I feel that Iconic and Phoenix are gonna. I feel like Iconic is gonna look for this opportunity of like maybe dishing out some beef with Phoenix, but clearly sees Kat and the cook about to start their little one-on-one sword fight, and instead take the opportunity to actually blindside the cook, since they're already having the chance to not really pay attention to anyone else.
I like it.
All right, I rolled a 7, and I'm gonna say that's work, so 9. So yeah, it's Okay, so we're gonna have since we have no more entrants.
I'm sorry, there are no more entrants.
No, you're done.
So we're done.
It's not a very large
so-
stable.
So
Okay.
what I'll have happen is I don't mind having the cook being thrown out here. So
I like it.
so it's gonna be so the cook gets blindsided, and with that I think Kat's gonna like literally just have a nice solid swing of the chair to the cook's face, and that will just send him tumbling straight out.
Like ass over
tumbling
tea
straight-
kettle over the top rope onto
Yeah.
onto
yeah,
the
right.
pile of bodies below.
Yep,
Because I like that, but does touch the ground. Sorry.
but does touch the ground.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
I think that Iconic will have control of that. That makes sense to
Yep.
me.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make this character interesting. I think that not that she's not interesting already, but I want to like
Mhm.
give her a little zhuzh.
I like it. Do it.
So she sees this happen, and she's like got stars in her eyes. She's like kind of reeling from everything that's been happening, and she's like, I'm just so fed up with everything. I just always have to be the good person, and everything's just falling apart. And this is supposed to be about celebrating Death Blossom, and everything was fine until you showed up. And she's directing this at Kat. She's like, why did you have to come here and just throw everything off? Everything was fine. And she grabs the chair. She grabs a chair and just goes to
Town. Oh, I love it.
yeah, she just goes ham.
I love it.
I feel like that's either real.
Yeah. If you're
I think
trying
it's
to,
real.
I think it's real. It seems the real.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna go a little long today, y'all, because we need to get to the end of the match. I hope everybody's. Is everyone okay with that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me make sure.
I'm gonna burn 2 momentum to bring that up to a 10.
I like it.
And that'll be. I'll just take the throw an opponent over the top rope,
Okay.
Do you go, Kat?
unless you want to
Yeah.
stay in.
Kat will
That's
go.
fine.
I like it. I love that you used pretty much the same move you took, that Kat took the cookout with. Iconic does to Kat. I love that with one of her chairs. So it's just like
It's
"Come on,
poetry.
Kat."
She can
And
only be
goes-
defeated by her own weapon.
Yeah, by her own weapon, and she goes again, ass over tea kettle over the top rope and into this pile of bodies and rolls off onto the floor.
And
I like
as that happens, Iconic like freezes, and she drops the chair, and she's like, "Oh my God, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That's not. No, that's not who I am." And she turns and looks over and sees Phoenix and Ron grappling, and she's like, I can't deal with this right now. And she just runs over to go deal with that situation.
As the governor
But
is
she's like,
inching
she's really shaken.
himself over to the group of people on the ground.
Yeah.
So- Are you ceding control? Are you keeping control?
Yeah, I'm ceding control.
To Phoenix Ron.
Let's give it to Ron.
Okay.
Okay. So Phoenix and I are just kind of like doing the wrestling thing where they wail on each other, just kind of back and forth. And we both notice Iconique coming over, and we will essentially work together to like duck out of the way and just throw her over the rope.
Yeah,
Are you
there
Birds
it
of Prey
is.
in this shit? Are you
Yeah.
doing your old Birds of Prey moves?
Yeah, like we're
Yes!
we're using Iconique's own momentum against her to try
Yeah.
and throw her over.
Like maybe like Ron lifts her up, and then like I'm on the other side to like grab and pull, and
Yeah.
to bring her down outside the rope.
I love it.
And Johnny's just like with over the announcers, and it sounds like that this is a reminiscence of the Bird of Prey's returning.
So I got a 9.
Oh, vampires will put you over.
Okay, so 10.
Yeah. If I've always admired that weirdo Iconique for standing up for what she believed in, but now I'm just disappointed. How could she turn on who she is so strongly and let that get the better of her? I can't imagine. I think that's more a better.
Yeah.
Who cares? Ron's still in.
So we're putting Iconique out. And then I
Are
will.
you gonna take that? Are you cool with that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Perfect.
She goes sailing out, and like slams in, and I think as she's like getting to her feet, like she looks at everyone, and she's like, "Damn it!" And she storms out. She doesn't even finish the match.
Well,
So-
she's out, she
yeah.
leaves.
She like
Thank
leaves
you
the
so
whole
much,
arena.
Michael Wayne, for the sub. You're the bestest. You can give one of our characters a 1-up in the thing, so you can move them up. I don't know how to say that. A level.
I don't know
You
either.
can-
There's not really a mechanic
There's not
for
a
that.
yeah, it's not
Just
a mechanic for it, but
Give them momentum they
Yeah.
can spend.
yeah,
essentially.
sure. You can give the character 2 momentum. There you go. That works,
Yeah.
and this carries on through all games. So whoever you decide, let us know in chat, and
It's
Looks like
me.
Phoenix.
Going up to Phoenix.
Yay.
So
I have momentum. Thank you so much.
woohoo.
the scene goes back to Ron versus Phoenix in the center of the ring. Ron does this, and then offers rock paper scissors to Phoenix. They start. It goes 1-2, and then Ron hits her in the face with a super kick.
Touche.
I got a 12.
Holy
Did
shit!
you roll 2 6s or was it just a 12?
No, I got a 6 and a 5 plus
okay,
1.
okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure you didn't roll 2 6s. That's important.
Yeah. So I kick her in the face, like completely off guard. She goes back against one of the ropes, and then I'll try and put her out.
Don't forget that you also have the governor in. I just don't want you to forget.
Oh, the governor's
Yeah.
still in?
Yeah.
I thought he went out of the ring. I thought I walked on
Oh,
his
no,
back
you
to
did.
get
You're
back.
right. No, you did. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
just
forgot.
me and
That's
Ron.
me being bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like,
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. I am incorrect. You are correct. I am so sorry.
I used his body to get back in.
Yeah.
Make sure to use his body.
I'm trying to keep track of everybody in and
You know
out.
what?
of the
He
car.
tries to climb back in, and then like the ref's like, "What are you? No.
What are you doing,
no,
dude?
get
Stop."
Down, get down. You're done. You're done."
So I'm trying to put Phoenix out.
I feel like I need to say at this moment that Ron is booked to win. So I
Well,
figured you would
obviously.
have figured that out by now. Maybe
There's
not.
only
I
so
never
many
was
choices
necessary for
left.
me to say anything about it until now. So I was like, well, okay.
And yet, so I'm going out unless I spend momentum to interrupt.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm doing that. So how are you trying to get me out of the ring?
So I kicked you. You went back to the ropes, and I tried just to clothesline you out.
Okay. I think like I do like go over, but I've still kind of got like one arm up onto the ropes. And I'm sitting there, and I've got my face next to the turnbuckles where we had like the flowers and stuff set up, right? And I kind of like
That
I'm
was
down
part of
there,
it, yeah.
I'm down there, and like
Just as long as you're not touching the ground, you're good. Yeah.
and I'm looking at the flowers, and I think I reach over and grab one and come back up over the top rope and like plant it right into Ron's face because I'm making a heel turn.
Yes.
I'm gonna burn
That's
2 momentum.
That's a really good pun too.
Yes.
I'm gonna burn 2 more momentum. to use the heal move. When you do something underhanded to get what you want, spend 2 momentum and pick one of the following. I want to win the match.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What does this look like? Because I think this is a good place to end it. So tell me how this ends between these two people.
I think yeah, she comes up and she just smashes this pot, it, like shatters. There's like dirt all over it, and he's got like the flowers like just jams it into his mouth as she comes back into the ring. And she I think like Ron, you know, he staggers back, he's down on the mat, he's like down on his ass and stuff, and as he's down, he's like wiping, like trying to get the stuff out of his face. She just kind of like walks over and just kicks him just like as hard as she can, like right in the face while he's sitting up. So he like sitting like this, and he goes boom onto the mat.
He doesn't move.
And while his legs are kind of like up, holding like that, she just like grabs one of them and just drags him to the corner of the ring. And I think she she starts to climb the turnbuckle, like still holding onto his leg. And like jumps off over him, so he's like this. She jumps in, like brings him down again, just like so he's upside down and back onto the mat, and just pulls him up and out of the ring.
Tosses him over
because she has to end it with a high flying move.
He's entirely limp the entire time.
Yeah. Ron.
Well, here comes Ron to give the old Birds of Prey tag team, and it's incredible. But no, oh my God! Here comes Phoenix. She's completely out of control. She's made a complete 180 on her personality. She's shoving the things in. Oh my God! Great balls of fire. The strength is coming out, and there is a darkness to Phoenix that we have never seen here before, and it looks like she's coming and bringing the vengeance and the flames. And there goes Ron. He's like a sack of potatoes, and he's being fried up. And there he goes over the ring. It's incredible. Phoenix has taken it.
Kimberly is in hysterics and runs to Ron's side.
Ron is again not moving.
Nothing she says is coherent.
Vampirus just smiles, looks straight at Phoenix, stands up. Death Blossom would be proud. And she brings the belt over to Phoenix.
Cut the music.
I guess you need this.
I guess you need this.
God damn it. I can't. It's two-dimensional.
I promise someday you're gonna have a championship, Ron. I tried.
I'm not saying I'm gonna hold on to it. Like
I tried so hard.
It was too perfect.
It was
Cut that music.
Good.
I've got something to say. The microphone works perfectly on the first time right now.
Yep.
For once for her. You know, I've taken a lot of garbage from this promotion. I've taken a lot of garbage from you people. I've taken a lot of garbage from Mr. Alistair up there in his little room. Yeah, I see you, asshole. I see you watching us, fighting for your amusement. I'm done with that. Because this whole thing is a joke.
Oh, yes.
Death Blossom knew that. Death Blossom believed in something. It was a little confusing at times, admittedly, but hey, she was a complicated woman. So am I. I'm done being your stool pigeon. I'm done being the butt of your little jokes. I am gonna burn this entire place to the ground. And you know what's left? After the fire has cleansed a place? Ash. She walks out of the ring.
In silence.
Actually, as she does, like, she goes by, because she's wearing, like, the black version of her ring gear, I think she goes by Vampirish and says, you know, I look good in black. And just keep, struts out.
I'd like to add that when you go to get down, Kat's there holding her belt and will offer her hand to help you down.
Oh, I like
on
it.
the rim.
Oh,
I like it.
Phoenix, or if I may, Ash, smacks it away and
I
just
love
keeps
it
walking.
so much. So
I don't
good.
need anybody. I don't need Ron. I don't need you. I don't need anybody.
And
Johnny actually has like the cape like pulled over his head. He still has it on him, but he pulls it out and he's just like completely like jaws dropped, and it's just like.
I just want to remind everybody that this was for Death Blossom. And it cuts, and you see the bus wreckage, and out of it you just see a hand reaching up. And then it goes to, this has been PWN Presents Slaughter! What will happen next week? Who knows? Join us in the Pacific Northwest on KPTV 12 for the next episode of PWN Presents Slaughter, 3 p.m. next Sunday. We'll see you there.
Well, that happened.
That was so
It's
perfect.
so good.
So good.
Ron's dead. Not really, but Ron's dead. And okay, we are running late, so let's go around real quick. We'll announce everybody where you're from, where people can find you, and what you've been doing on the internet or other places. We're going to start with Fox.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett, where you can find me mostly retweeting the things I'm on right now, because I've been avoiding Twitter again. Yeah, if you want to know what I get up to, I'm on a couple of streams here. I'm on Rift's Blood, Dirt, and Chrome. I'm on this stream. I manage Side Quest, our weekly one-shot series every Monday. Yeah, check me out on Twitter. Oh, I've got a thing over on the Onyx Path channel where we're playing Hunter with that fellow over there, just on the other side of Kate. It's great. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter. You'll get a bunch of links and stuff. Now I gotta go find out who we're rating, so don't mind me.
Yeah, that's why I let you go first. Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at DeathByMage. I write D&D adventures and sell other RPG stuff. You can find it all on DM's Guild and maybe Drive-Thru RPG sometimes. You can also, again, just as Fox said, you can find me also on Wednesdays, at least for another few weeks, at least 2 more weeks on Onyx Path for Hunter. It's gonna be great. Spooky times.
All right, Smurf.
Hey everybody, you can find me at DSC_Smurf everywhere the internets are found. I stream a lot of D&D Monday and Tuesdays. I'm with my roommates and best friends over on Dumpstat Charisma. Wednesdays I play with Soul Bear RPG, and then other days of the week I am with Welcome Party RPG or somewhere else on the internet doing things. So come check us out.
All right, cool. Simon.
Hello, I'm Simon. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. You can also check out my itch page under the same name for some of my game design stuff. If you're in the Boston area and you're interested in learning about live action role playing, you can check out my Deco Punk game about running hooch in a time of prohibition in an urban fantasy setting. That's atawaylarp.com, where next event is coming up very soon, in about a month and a half. So we're prepping for that. If you would like to hear more of my voice and not my face, you can listen to a very queer science fiction and fantasy audio drama called the Penumbra Podcast. We'll be getting in the booth very soon, actually tomorrow, for a new episode. So keep your ears tuned for more about that. And that's basically. Oh, and next month I will be starting up something on Scraticus, a sort of Lovecraftian Blades in the Dark game. So stay tuned for more details about that.
Ooh.
Cool. Nerdy, thank you for guesting. Please tell everybody where they can
Of
find you and what you
course.
do.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, where I mostly retweet stuff and sometimes talk about RPGs and other stuff. Tomorrow night I will be on my channel, Nerds with Dice, for
Nerds with Dice?
yes, Nerds with Dice.
Just want to make sure I got it right. Okay, good.
That'll be Sarah Dawson's 10,000 Worlds. We're playing a game where we'll be switching systems every so often as the characters world hop around. So we're currently playing Bubblegum Shoe. And then in the week after, March 2nd, I'll be playing in the same world in Redmond, Massachusetts, but I'll be on side quest doing a little side mission. Otherwise, I don't have anything else going on right this moment, but keep your eyes out. I'm working on a couple of projects, so hopefully there'll be some stuff soon.
And hopefully a rival wrestling promotion.
Yes, hopefully.
We'll see. That'd be great.
It's not the last of Cat Meadows.
Not the last we will see of Cat Meadows. Hi, I'm Kate. I go by Me Adminair on the internet, specifically Twitter and the Discords. Check me out. Hit me up there. I am on Tuesday nights Riffs game, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome. We are at, I have to remember, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always get my time. It's hard. I'm 3 hours ahead. So it's like harder behind. So it's harder. And then and I hang out with those people and I make things like overlays and logos and fun things like this at this website. You can come check me out or follow me on Twitter and find it there. And thank you, Jackie. Jackie's always my friend. So I make things. So come check me out and talk to me about that. I also can do social media. So let me know. And who are we rating today?
We are going to be rating Shadowcasters Network because they're the ones I could find whose name I could pronounce.
We're going to be rating Shadowcasters Network. So get your emotes ready, get your love going, and let's have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next Sunday.
Bye-bye, folks.